Hello to A Man Out of Tim, Pat Peas, and Thrill. Hello, absolutely everyone. So, yes, we're doing episode 3 of Tell Me Why today. Reminder, if you have just come over in the raid, if you look up in the address bar, your URL bar, it should just say twitch.tv/LauraKBuzz. If there's anything after the LauraKBuzz, delete it and hit enter. That way you count as a view for pleasing the algorithm so that I can hit partner eventually. Right. No worries. Spaghetto Depressi, have a good time. Let's do a quick summary. Two psychic twins, they can communicate with each other, they can summon their memories as physical manifestations. They've gone back to sell their mother's house. Seemed like Mum tried to kill trans kid Tyler because he was trans. Turns out actually she was trans supportive. Why did she try and kill him then? That's a big mystery. Maybe it was something to do with the fact that the kids were going to get taken away by social services. Maybe not. There's this weird character called the Mad Hunter. We don't know who or what the fuck he is. We've made guesses in episode 2 that maybe he's the kid's biological dad, but who is that? Who knows? I think that's everything. Let's jump in. Qui-Gon, if it says moderator, you're probably fine.
Forest, crafty goblins face the truth about the darkness in the big wooden house.
Oh, hey,
come for the wise princess.
Jim Sterling, is that Jimquisition? Did you become Jim Sterling?
Attack them.
Yeah, heck.
When they started asking questions about the princess in the darkness, the goblins realized that no one else in the forest wanted to know the truth.
So they dug and searched and asked hurtful questions, learning more about the wise princess than they had ever hoped to.
I love these cartoon intros they've had for all the episodes.
The darkness was proving too much for Sister Goblin, and yet Brother Goblin kept diving deeper and deeper until Sister Goblin finally said enough.
Oh yeah, this was part of it. Tyler,
that was how the goblins found themselves.
Tyler kept pushing
again.
his sister to be like to remember to bring up these memories, and she was like, "No, this shit's really traumatic. Please stop making me relive things that are really traumatic." And they had a bit of a fight. And I mean, I get it. Allison, she's in the right. Tyler was being real. I get why he was being real fucking pushy. He's trying to work out why Mum pointed a shotgun at him as a kid, but he was pushing his sister into some traumatic shit. Hooray! Yes, that is... Jim, I am glad you have your proper name. I'm glad you properly have your name sorted in the chat. I was hesitant for a second because I was like, this could be someone that isn't Jim going, "Oh, this is my new account." I had no outside confirmation, so I was hesitant for half a second. What do these say? So yeah, these are all appear to be pictures of the Mad Hunter. You killed me. But that's the voice of her mother. I don't think her mother is the Mad Hunter. It doesn't seem... You know? You will end up like me. You killed me. You killed your mother. That's a bad dream you're having there, Allison. Oh. Thinking you've woken up from a dream but you're still in the dream is the fucking worst. I used to have real problems if I'd be like 6 or 7 dreams deep and get real fucking like, "Oh, I woke up, thank God. Oh no, I'm still dreaming, it's weird and shit." Lemon Poodle, I'm glad you enjoyed accessibility today. Worked real hard on this one.
She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world.
Yeah,
where she
sleep
was no
paralysis is
longer
bad
truly a
too.
princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a wan woman alone in a deep and ancient wood.
Yeah, I had sleep paralysis for a couple of days after surgery. I got put on some meds that gave me sleep paralysis. Not fucking fun. I cannot move my body and I'm hallucinating things in the room around me. Jet Sextus's theory is that maybe the Mad Hunter is the mother's more out of control side. We know she had drinking problems. Maybe the Mad Hunter persona only comes out when she's drunk and the kids compartmentalized it. Me. I mean, that's a solid theory. Yeah, Alison's not having a good start to this episode, huh? She's not having a good day. Only Link Plus. Yeah, plural villain or villain with multiple identities, is a bit of a trope. It's the evil version of me inside of me, and there's a lot of people who are not a fan of that trope for good reasons. Time for the obligatory Don't Nod game cinematic opening crawl of just scene-setting shots to start the episode. It's a good song, my swan. Rohak asks if there have been any go fuck yourselfy moments yet. No, the writing in Tell Me Why has been of a better quality. Like, there's not been any dialogue I can think of that has been like cringe-worthingly, a middle-aged businessman wrote this trying to sound like a hip teenager. I agree with Jet Sextus. Those are some good-ass looking waffles. Only Link Plus? Yes, I've been really enjoying Owl House. It's gay as fuck, right? It's Gravity Falls if it could be more explicitly gay. Yeah, this house is really lovely. The perks of living in the middle of nowhere, Alaska, there is very little demand for land, so you can have a nice big wooden house. Yeah, so I will say this. This episode's gonna start pretty Allison heavy. We'll get some Tyler in a bit. We're gonna be with Allison for a while. I played an amount of this today because I needed to for making sure accessibility was accurate before I posted it. But I will keep spoilers minimal to things like Allison's going to be our playable character for a little bit. Stuff of that level. Good morning. I started collecting the documents you need for your rental application. Left the file for you downstairs on the kitchen counter. If you're still coming to meet Dee for lunch, you can drop off the documents and I'll make some copies for you. Take it easy today. Uncle Eddie. P.S. My famous buckwheat waffles are slowly growing cold in the kitchen.
He's right. Time to get my shit together.
This is the beginning of episode 3. Right. Is there anything in here we need?
How did we go from being so alike to total opposites?
Well,
I gotta think about something else.
You went from so alike to total opposites because you spent a decade not seeing each other while one of you was in juvie and one of you was not getting mental health help for the fact that you stabbed your mother. Like, you lived two very different lives for a decade. I am not surprised that your lives took slightly different paths.
What?
Oh.
I should probably eat something.
Roark says, "Is there a donation box tonight?"
I feel so weak.
I need to set up a donation link. I have a PayPal.me link, and I don't know if I can integrate that to work as that. But I accept Twitch subscriptions, and I have a Patreon, and that's about what I can do tonight. Lidcell says, "Do we know if Allison is for sure cis?" Yes, Allison is cis. Tyler is the only trans character in this game.
I need to get all that paperwork together. Maybe that'll help me focus and clear my head.
Those waffles do look really fucking good, huh?
I can't really eat anything right now.
How can you not eat? Those are great looking waffles.
Here's the file. Just need my ID and pay stubs.
Yes, we have a PayPal.me link. It's not set up in such a way that it'll pop up on the stream. I would have to... So, I would have to check my phone and be like, aha, I've received a donation.
ID and pay stubs.
Right, ID and pay stubs. ID would probably be with bag, which I believe is over here. Yeah, I need to set up a donation link that is integrated with the streaming software. I just have not gotten around to doing that thing.
Here's my ID.
Yeah, we've got to get all the stuff together so that Allison can move out. Did I take the ID, or did she just put it back in the... Yeah, no, don't put it back down. Let me take your ID. Lady Octopus says, "Wow, Mum shaming her from beyond the grave. My literal worst fear."
This place was never much more than a bachelor pad, huh? There was so much I planned to do. All those sacrifices I made. And how do you repay me? Lying to my face? You're not my child. My clan deserves better.
Yeah, that sure seems more like,
Stop it, Alice.
intrusive
You have
thoughts
to
rather
stop
than actual
torturing yourself.
memories.
Just
Because
grab
that's
your
usually
pay
how the
stubs
memories
so you can get the
manifest,
hell out of here.
but I don't think these are events that happened. I cannot see Eddie being like that to Allison. That is not his
Allison,
style.
Please. It's a damn shame.
Come on, Allison. Don't start.
When Eddie talks about his clan, specifically he is Native Alaskan, he is... I'm going to butcher the pronunciation of this, Tlingit, T-L-I-N-G-I-T. He is specifically referring to a Native Alaskan tradition.
I told him I wanted to stop messing with those memories. But he
Yeah,
wouldn't
Allison's not having a good morning, huh?
Brother, sister, we look out for each other. That's what you said. But you don't mean what you say, do you? They're just words. You left me, Allison, all alone and scared.
Oh, yeah, no, like... for Lidcell worrying that might have been white supremacist crap,
hell is
yeah,
wrong with
no,
me?
Eddie is not white. He is, he's not being a white supremacist. And there we go,
Here they
some
are.
pay stubs. That'll do.
Okay. I think I've got everything I need for the application. Where's that coming from?
Where's that phone
Where did I
ringing
leave my
from?
phone last night?
Yeah, Eddie has some problems, namely he's a cop, but, like, he's not a white supremacist. You know, he's a cop and a cab. Yeah, why is the phone in the basement, Allison? Why is your phone down here, huh? It's alright, we'll meet Eddie soon.
My dove. Only thieves and monsters hide in the dark. Fly back to the light, Allison.
What the? No. I cannot deal with you right now.
I see lights under the book. Give me my
What's
phone.
it doing here?
What you doing, phone?
Hey, Dee.
Finally. I was starting to get worried. Why didn't you pick up?
Yeah, sorry. I didn't have my phone on me.
Okay. Well, I just wanted to make sure we were still on for lunch.
Yeah, of course. I'm getting ready right now.
That so? Because it kind of sounds like I woke you up.
That's just how I sound. But anyways, I still have a few things to do before I can leave, but I'll be there.
All right, hun. See you soon.
Gotta have a good pace back and
Get it
forth
together,
on the phone.
Allison. Come on. Grab the file, get dressed, and head out. Or it'd be nice to make a gift for Dee. God, my hands are still shaking.
Oh, hey, your
Morning.
boss and co-worker
Hey,
showed
Alan.
up at your house.
Hey. Hi, guys. What are you doing here?
Tessa and I were worried after you called in sick last night. She's busy at the cafe, but she sent over some coconut cake, since you won't be making it in for lunch.
That's nice, Tom. Thanks.
I'm gonna head on inside. Freezing my butt off out here.
Lady Octopus said, are you going to make a gift for Dee? And Fuzuki says,
thanks.
too late to do it now?
Is Tyler not a...
See, I assumed there was no ability to make a gift for Dee, because, yeah, if you start this conversation with the people at the door, you miss your ability to make a gift for Dee, but I'm like, there's someone literally ringing the doorbell. I can't... How long would a gift take to... This is why I didn't try and make a gift before answering the doorbell. I was like, how long would making a gift take? I can't leave people stood outside the front
Around
door.
today?
How honest do I want to be? Not with you. I'm not going to be honest with you.
No, he's, busy. Out at the old house.
I see.
Yeah, I assume you could do it in the
It
basement.
must be hard to sell the place you grew up in. So many memories, right?
Oh, it's okay. We'll get over it.
I really
Rohawk
hope
said,
so.
is this a mental health thing or ghosts or what? I don't know.
So,
We'll find
Tessa
out.
told me a little
We
bit
will
about
find
what
out.
happened at the cemetery.
Yeah, I'm sorry it got so intense. It's just, we really needed to understand why Marianne did what she did. Especially Tyler.
Oh, of course, of course. She gets that. You two didn't say anything she wasn't already thinking. She spent years blaming herself.
Well, she wasn't the only one involved. There was a lot of blame to go around.
I'm glad you're able to see that. It seems like your brother, well, he's not nearly so forgiving, is he?
In Tyler's defense, Tom, it's easier for Allison to be forgiving because Tessa's grievances were not directly with Allison. Like, Tessa tried to get Tyler sent to a conversion therapy camp and was actively pretty transphobic until you brought her around. I can understand why Tyler's a little less quick to be forgiving of Tessa.
He has been pretty harsh. Especially on Eddie. But we both got tired of people lying to us for our own good.
Yes, of course. Totally reasonable. Though, I am sorry you're the one taking all the repercussions. I heard about the fight with your uncle. I really hope your brother appreciates your sacrifices.
He will.
The episode really, really
yes.
trying to be like, hey, you should hate Tyler. Hate him. We
I'm
think
sorry,
you
but
should.
I'm pretty beat.
Oh, of course. I'll
Also,
let you rest.
Only Link
Tell
Plus
Michael
says,
there's no need
sure
to
do
hurry
love
back.
when your boss turns up at your door in the middle of a mental health crisis.
Thanks for stopping by.
Exactly who I want
Bye
to see
now,
in a
take
crisis. Hey, person who employs me and needs me to be stable. Hi.
Sorry for abandoning you out there. Pro tip? Avoid catching a ride with Tom at all cost.
Did he talk about the new spicy chocolate bars?
Yep. And exactly what they do
Michael's
to his digestion.
lovely. I love Michael.
What's up with him? Not sure I've ever seen him so eager to help.
I think he and Tess are legitimately concerned. Plus, door-to-door is part of campaigning, right?
Yeah, I guess.
Chizu Adam says, imagine you're just out of juvie and these random people are like, sorry, forgive me. I understand him, I also couldn't. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing. Tyler has reason to be, like, kind of pissed at everyone in town. Oh, I don't know why Creep is censored, but I will sort that in a second.
My Juno fund's grown a shit ton lately.
That's awesome. Every table weighted is one step.
I will allow you to use the word creep in chat. It got censored for hostility. There we go. Cool, we're back in.
Closer to freedom.
You know it. Sometimes it feels like I'm crowdfunding my way out of here.
Help yourself to some waffles if you want. That's Eddie's way of saying I'm worried about you.
Oh, that's cute. But I had a ridiculously huge breakfast, so I'm good.
I don't know about you, but I just really need to get out of Delos Crossing.
Well, we're on our way soon, right?
Right.
Jets Hexus says now the chat can sing creep as much as they like.
It's gonna fall through and I'm gonna be stuck here forever.
That's not happening. We've got a plan.
Oh, if you've never heard it, the Homeless Mustard cover of Creep is
I'm glad you're
haunting
here,
rendition of that track. It's real.
Coffee and a friendly
good.
face, just what the doctor ordered, right?
I just feel like cuddling up in front of the TV all day. Maybe finally binge that last season of Witches of Eldom.
Then do it.
I gotta drag my lazy ass out to have lunch with Dee.
Allison, what's going on?
How much do I tell you? Well, I'll tell you that we had a fight with Tyler. I trust you more than Tom.
I had a fight last night. I was so excited to have him back, but what if 10 years was too much and we're too different?
I don't think so. You just need to get to know each other again. Start with the small shit. Figure out what each other's favorite foods are, you know? And then build up to the big stuff.
Yeah, you have both jumped in at the deep end emotionally.
It's totally okay to be overwhelmed. You're gonna figure it all out. Families are fucked up. They're basically fuck-up factories.
You're right. I just need to relax.
To Pink White Punk, I think there is something added by this being interactive, mainly in the making choices, like about how the story's going to play out mode. Like, I'm glad.
I think I found the
the wandering
place.
around, so. There are parts where it benefits, but
it's pretty cool, right?
They're few and far between.
Deposit's a bit high, but it's got 2 large bedrooms and a view of the channel.
Like, I could totally enjoy this as a choose-your-own-adventure movie.
You're really going
on
to give up our home
Netflix,
to live in this
like a
ugly
Bandersnatch. Yeah, there's multiple endings and such. Do the choices matter this time around?
Allison, look at me. Are you okay?
I believe so.
I need to... I just need to sit down.
It's okay. I got you. What's going on?
Yeah, Allison's having a bad day. Yeah, I like being able to look around. It definitely adds something to be able to, like, explore the environment and sort of get a real sense for the spaces you're in. Yeah, that is a panic attack wanting to start up right there. You are correct, Lady Octopus. Let's tell Michael about the memories. Fuck it, I trust him.
God, everything...
I trust him not to think I'm a weirdo if I tell him about this.
My anxiety's through the roof. I can't eat anything without getting sick, and
yeah, Rankel says, gently keeping her grounded in reality, Michael is the champ we need. Chample? Mike is the best.
Marianne, and me, and Tyler when we were kids, and Eddie, and... It used to just be stuff I'm pretty sure really happened, but... Now I see them everywhere. shouting every shitty thought I've ever had about myself.
She's walking the line between memories
I don't know how much more
and
of it I can take.
intrusive negative thoughts. Real bad.
That's intense. I'm sorry, has... anything like this happened to you before?
Erica Lindbeck, who is Allison's voice actress, fucking killing it.
Right after Marianne died, I had a lot of panic attacks, but nothing exactly like this.
Yeah. Be aware of there's gonna be panic attack stuff coming up in this episode.
I hear you.
Some of it is gonna be like, oh shit, I've had this experience. So like, if that's a thing for you, just be prepared. I'll give you some heads up, and it's not too dramatic or anything, but it's.
You must think I'm completely nuts.
It's depicted quite accurately
you
in
went through
places.
some really bad shit. You never saw anyone about it, right?
Yeah, I've looked into therapists a few times, but they're all so far away and so expensive.
Well,
yeah. Hey, not
you
being
know
able
what I went through
to afford mental health support is a real fucking
I don't know if I'd
thing.
still be here if I hadn't gotten help. You got that money coming in from the house.
For our apartment in Juneau. I don't want to bail on you.
Allison, you're selling a house and getting half the money. You can afford to move to Juneau and also see a therapist a few times.
Look, I know you hate letting people down, but you gotta put your own oxygen mask on first.
Yeah. I just say,
I get that.
Michael's
And so does Tyler.
great.
Thanks.
Michael's great with the whole like, hey, there is nothing wrong with putting your own needs first and seeing a therapist if stuff is going on. No judgment.
I'm sure if I'm ready to face him.
Michael's the
If
best.
you want, I could go out there, see how he's feeling, and if he's ready to talk. What do you think?
Yeah, I trust you, Michael. I think that could work.
Yeah, maybe that could work. I hope he'll talk to you, though. He's never been the best at opening up to new people. You sure?
Yeah, of course. I don't mind trying if it might patch things up between you two.
Everyone needs a Michael in their life.
Oh shit, I'm gonna be late for my lunch with Dee. I still need to change and stuff, but I can drop you off at the store if you want.
Sure, thanks.
Yeah, only makes
No,
a good
Michael,
point.
thank you
Sure,
for
you
listening.
just want to see if he's ready to talk.
I mean-
Totally don't want to talk to him yourself, Michael. Michael's looking for excuses to flirt. This is who I ship Tyler with, and I fully intend to make Tyler Michael a thing. Like, I want two of them to do big ol' smooches on each other. They seem real good for each other. Last episode, they had a very playful time in the stock room of the shop, throwing... Ocean Star has suggested, is it Tykel or Myla? I think Tykel. I like Tykel. Myla is good, though. Yeah, chat seems to be on board with Myla. I mean, either's fine.
Hi, Dee.
Hey, beautiful.
Tykel Myla.
You okay? Because, girl, you look like shit.
I haven't been sleeping well.
Hey, as much as I like Allison, and I get that she grew up with a cop for a dad, but can I just say, she's got way too many, like, friends that are cops. Like, I get it, your dad's a cop, you can't choose who your uncle dad, your adopted dad is. You don't have to go for lunch dates with your cop friend.
But here I am. That's how much I love you, right?
Aw. Well, I appreciate us having a girls' lunch anyway. Just give me 5 minutes so I can finish off this paperwork.
Oh, no rush. I need to drop off some stuff with Eddie.
I suppose,
All right.
small town, you are
help yourself
limited.
to some cobbler.
There's a limit to
Mrs.
how many
Romero
people there are
sent
to
it
be
over
friends
after I
with.
caught her flasher. It's in the break room. You better hurry before Greggs kills it off.
Mrs. Romero's cobbler? I'm on it.
I'll meet you in there when I'm done with this.
Okay, so there is one thing I kind of want to do while we're here, which is try and snoop around, because last time we were here, we may have broken into the evidence room.
We, have new rules about civilians hanging around certain parts of the station. Reception booth is out of bounds. Sorry.
Ha! We have
Not to hang out upstairs too long.
we have forced them to create new security rules. Ha! Right, can I leave the things for Eddie?
Sounds like Eddie's busy. I shouldn't bother him.
We'll leave our stuff that needs photocopying
I should
in a little
probably drop the
cubby.
paperwork here. Eddie's gonna be busy for a while.
What about the archives?
I guess we kind of exposed some holes in their security.
Yeah, we got into the security room by just guessing. We could see which 4 numbers were worn out, so we just guessed the order and eventually worked it out. Now they use single-use codes that get emailed to you by the police chief, because... Yeah, we proved that it's real fucking easy to just walk into a small-town police station and just look through
I wonder how
files.
Uncle's feeling about me moving away. We haven't really talked about it. Morning.
Hola, Miss Ronan.
Yeah, I suppose if you've got a single parent and they're a cop, you're gonna end up hanging around a lot of their co-workers.
Hey, Allison. What brings you here today?
Nothing really. Just waiting for Dee.
Then pull up a chair.
I mean, there is fruit cobbler. I suppose I can stay in a police station long enough to eat free cobbler.
Dessert for lunch. Pretty cool, right?
Pretty cool. Yeah.
I've always had a sweet tooth. Got it from my mom. She baked darn near every day. Need to start being a little careful, though. Doctor's orders. Brenda may be in for it, too. God, that kid can eat. Linda's pretty concerned, but, growing boys, right?
You were not kidding about the cobbler. This may be her best batch ever.
Right?
What are you having?
Trout pie and, black radish.
Ugh.
I'm on a diet.
A cobbler diet?
Hey, shh. I won't tell if you won't.
Hey, I'm gonna tell on you,
What
cop.
you reading?
Oh,
Hey, cop, if someone did a crime in front of you, you wouldn't let them go, shh, don't tell anyone. So, you don't get to have secrets either, cop. You could tell everyone you ate the cobbler, fuck you.
About that dock strike? And the trouble these folks are causing for everyone else. Ugh. I hate strikes.
Cobbler is basically
What is
like
this,
cooked
Paris,
fruit,
France? Come on.
with like
It's the
crumbled,
only way most
biscuity
people
crust
have
on
to get
top.
anyone to listen. Hey, Gregs.
How's crime doing in the town?
So, what's the criminal underbelly of Delos Crossing been up to lately?
Oh yeah,
Poachers,
it's like a fruit
vandalism,
crumble.
few
A cobbler's a
memorable cases
crumble.
of public indecency. Nothing too serious. Which is fine by me. Boring is good. Not like Juneau. My daughter's always begging to move there, but that is not happening.
Why? Juneau's awesome. There's like actual things to do there.
Drugs, that's why. Property
Oh.
crimes double the national average.
Can't go somewhere
People
with
coming all the time
drugs.
from God knows where.
Also,
Oh,
hey,
I
Officer
didn't
Greggs,
know that.
you live in a tiny small town. I guarantee there are drugs in your town, because what the fuck else is there to do in small town where there's nothing to do? It's probably someone cooking up meth right near the station.
Hey, Gregs. Got any big vacation plans coming up?
Yeah, we'll probably
Oh
go
yeah,
up to Anchorage
the cop
for
did just
Thanksgiving.
literally say he
Linda's
hates
sister lives up that way.
worker strikes.
I'm also secretly planning a family trip to New York City for New Year's.
Yeah.
Been saving for 2 years, and I got it all arranged under a fake email.
That's really cool. I'd love to go there someday.
And it's probably our last big trip before Lauren's off to college, so I wanted to make it count.
I'm sure everyone will have a great time.
Jet Sexer says, I'm from a small town, can confirm many drugs here. The only thing to do
Hey,
in
sorry
town
I
is
kept you
do
waiting.
drugs or get pizza or
worries.
both.
You'll never believe it. We caught the Mailbox Bandit. And guess who it was?
Who do we think it was? An animal. Was it a pelican?
An animal?
It hid all the
like
hid
a
all the
raccoon,
post in
maybe?
its beak.
Have you been eavesdropping in on official police business? Anyway, yeah, it's a raccoon. Delos Crossing's most wanted turned out to be some trash panda stowaway.
This is
Small
how
town
legends
crimes.
begin.
Of course it was a
Anyway,
raccoon
I'm
because
so
they've got
sorry to bail,
the
but
bandit
I
masks.
gotta run this little guy to animal control now. Probably best I take a rain check.
Oh, it's okay. Totally, I understand. Duty calls.
Thanks.
Well, we need to try again soon. I feel so bad about missing your birthday. I thought about making you something, but I was a little strapped for time, so...
No, I get it. With your brother back, I see where your priorities are now.
What? No, it's not.
Relax, I'm just kidding. I really gotta go now.
Oh, Lady Octopus, I need to know the names of your trash pandas.
Right, I'll call you later. And try to get some sleep, alright?
See ya. Well, there go my lunch plans.
Hey, your brother didn't tag along today?
No.
He didn't really want to show his face around here after the mess he made yesterday, huh?
Not really any of your business, friend.
It's not really any of your business.
I'm not talking,
had
cop.
some family stuff we needed to discuss with Eddie.
Oh, yeah? That way broke into the archive? And assaulted Brown?
Hey,
because of
we
stuff?
broke into the archive. Don't pin it
We're
on
worried
Tyler.
about you. This isn't the Allison we know.
The Allison you know?
Yeah. The sweet, smart girl who'd never hurt anyone on purpose. I know you two and the chief made peace, but I gotta say, it ate at him all day.
I don't want to talk about it.
I'm sorry, but I really don't want to have this conversation
Yeah,
right now.
Greg's is not taking no for an
rough
answer,
morning.
huh? He is... The stuff that Allison and Tyler did together, he's just like, Tyler, it's Tyler's fault. Tyler
All
fucking
right.
did the thing.
I just want you to be careful. I've been doing this for a long time. And people, they mostly don't change. Even when we really want them to.
Look, I'm really tired. Can we not do this?
Allison.
So, like, clearly the undercurrent to this, just to make it from subtext to clearly text, a lot of people are blaming Tyler for all these things because everyone's like, oh, he went to juvie for a year, he did the stabbing, he's got all this baggage, anything that the two of them do together is gonna get pinned on, it's obviously Tyler's fault. Allison clearly feeling a bit bad because she's like, no, I did the thing, I'm the one who did the bad, why do you keep acting like I'm perfect, etc.
I like you. I really do. I've known you since you were a kid. You're honest, stable. You're not a troublemaker. Tyler.
Pretend coding, have a good day.
If he goes down, don't let him take you with him, okay?
I can't do this.
Oh, you okay?
Please just let me go. I need air. I need some air.
Yeah, she told you she didn't want to do this, Gregs, and you just fucking pushed her in. Yeah, thanks for all the ACABs in the chat, they are much needed right now. Yeah.
Ty? Are you there? Tyler?
I mean, he's a bit of a distance away.
Answer me, please. Fuck. Why is he ghosting me?
I mean, it's implied that your range isn't that far.
I can't breathe. Please stop.
Oh, hey. This is a thing. I have one of these on my phone. This thing you're about to see.
Been here before. This will pass.
It is a guided breathing app. Just try and breathe in and out.
I just need to breathe in and out. Follow the circles.
Yeah, I have an app that is somewhat similar to this for regulating my breathing when I'm having a emotional struggle that comes with physical anxiety.
Just keep going. In and out.
I really like that Celeste had a very similar thing to this. I think it was making a feather rise and fall as a way to keep your breathing in time. I did some real good games in the last few years with female characters dealing with anxiety and doing things like taking the time to breathe in and out properly.
You're getting there, Allison.
Yeah, so panic attacks are clearly a thing Allison deals with sometimes.
I'm okay. I'm okay. What's happening?
Are you okay? Yes?
Are you fibbing?
I'm scared. I don't know what these people are gonna be like. Or when I'm gonna see you again.
We can still undo it. We can tell them what really happened.
No way. It's done. That's it. You're gonna be there to talk on the voice if I need you, right?
Of course. It'll almost be like we're still together.
It's time to get going now. Come on.
Wait,
Yeah.
Chief.
The kids clearly overestimated how far they'd be able to mentally talk over.
I went back to the house and got a few things for you. I know how much he's meant to you.
Thank you.
Thank you, Sam.
Oh, kids,
Yeah,
let's
Sam
just
was
goodbye till next time, okay?
clearly very fucking close to the family and the kids and Marianne. Oh hey,
Allison?
Officer Uncle.
What are you doing out here?
Yeah, this
It's
is Eddie.
I just needed some air.
What happened? What's wrong, little moose?
I think I had a panic attack.
It's gonna be okay. Let's get you inside and warmed up. Then we can talk about what happened.
For all of his being a copness, like, Eddie has grown on me over time. For those of you who watched the episode 2 stream we did, where we found that bit of paperwork that was like, hey, Eddie lied to Allison about, like, oh, you didn't get into drama camp, or whatever it was. Someone's pointed it out to me, and I think it's probably a really good observation, is Eddie was paying for Tyler to be in Fireweed. It's very possible that he lied to Allison about, like, you didn't get into drama camp because he knew he couldn't afford to send her there because he was covering Tyler being at Fireweed, and I'm like, I mean, yeah, makes sense. I have my problems with Eddie, but I have softened on him since episode 1.
This morning has just been
he's a good person, but a good person who is still a cop. Like, my parents, good people.
You haven't had an attack in a while.
Also were cops at times in their lives, you know.
I've just been so wrong.
Neither is still a cop,
everything.
but
Did
both
Tyler say
had been
something to
cops.
make you feel that way?
No. It wasn't him. It was me. I failed him. Over and over.
Yeah, he's still a cop, I know.
From here, it looks like you've been busting your ass to help him.
You don't understand.
Allie, you've got so much weight on your shoulders. With Tyler coming back, and your big move, you know, maybe it's time to ease off some of this other stuff that's clearly stressing you out.
If you mean Marianne, I can't. I owe it to Tyler to see it through.
Do you? I don't know why you've always blamed yourself for that. It wasn't your fault.
Why has she always blamed herself for Mum getting stabbed?
That's not true, Uncle. I was there.
You were 11 years old. There was nothing you could do. You can't go on letting it haunt your every waking moment. Look, you're not your mother, okay?
What do you mean?
I mean, something happened to her. Something bad.
Me Tomaton says Allison shoots a guy. Everyone, why would Tyler do this?
You can't make that same mistake. You've got to tell those ghosts to
It's that meme of the talk show host shooting the guy, and we need one of that of Allison doing the shooting and everyone going, why would Tyler do this? Yeah, I'm gonna fucking tell him. I'm gonna tell him that Allison killed Marianne.
Uncle.
Eric Andre, yeah, the Eric Andre meme.
It was
I
me.
need the Eric Andre meme, but it's Allison shooting someone. and Tyler getting blamed.
I was the one who had the scissors.
What? What are you saying?
She was threatening Tyler. So I stabbed her.
Yeah, I'm hoping the statute of limitations has passed on this.
I killed her.
I don't know what the statute of limitation for childhood self-defense murder is, but... But yeah, as Only Link points out, Allison saying it out loud will probably help her a lot on getting on a road to dealing with it.
He went to Fireweed.
We lied. We lied to everyone.
So here's what I'll say. The reason that I've had Allison tell Eddie is I honestly don't think Eddie will do anything about it. I know that he felt an obligation to put Tyler through the system. I think having spent a decade raising Allison as his own daughter, I think he will keep quiet about this and go, look, one of you paid with 10 years of your life in the system. The punishment has been paid. I'm not going to get you sent away for this. I think that she is probably safe telling Eddie. I myself would never fucking tell a cop. I think it's probably healthy for her to verbalize it to someone who isn't Tyler. But, you know, yeah. We'll see.
Oh, no.
Meatomaton says, why would Tyler make you stab her? Fucking hell.
How could you let him take the blame?
It was a mistake. I know. But we were in shock.
Yeah, Tyler could go down for perjury, but...
blame, and I let him.
I think Eddie will keep shut the fuck up about this.
But we should have told the truth.
Must have really hurt. Keeping that inside all these years.
They pretty much just bottled it up. And now it's all I can think about. Everywhere I look, she's there. I can't take it anymore.
Like, here's the thing. If Tyler had told Eddie, hey, it wasn't me that stabbed her, I think Eddie would have gone, fuck it, you're going down for perjury. I think Allison coming out with it, I think will be alright.
Like that. Takes a lot of courage, Allison.
What, like the courage that it would have taken Tyler to self-defense, kill his mother if that had been what happened? You didn't care about the courage of an 11-year-old then.
None of this was fair to you two.
Okay, at least he's saying it's not fair to Tyler too.
Thank you, Uncle.
How are you feeling now? Any better?
Relieved, actually. And really tired.
Relieved. Well, that's good. Time to slap on the cuffs.
I was remembering something earlier. I don't know if it even really happened. The day Tyler left for Fireweed, did Sam come by with some of our stuff?
Yeah. Yeah, that's right. He did.
How close were he and Marianne?
I don't know exactly.
He has been surprisingly
cared
chill
about her a
about
lot.
not reporting this.
Her death really shook him up.
He was over at our house a lot. Fixing things, chasing off animals. I know you didn't turn up anything about who our biological father was. But did you ever think it might have been Sam?
Oof. Well, your mom and him were close, so that's a possibility, but I never found any proof, no.
I should go talk to him.
It's unclear.
Are you sure that's a good idea?
It is unclear if Sam is a bad person or not. There we go. All right, let me just jump off over to there. He has been a bit creepy and a bit weird. He was a little bit. He was a bit transphobic and then swung a bit hard the other way, trying to be like, "I'm sorry, I see you as a man. Here's a knife. It's a man gift." He was around a lot, and he seemed to have a bit of an infatuation with their mum. But it's unclear exactly what the nature of that is at this moment.
You need to get some rest.
I have to do this. And not just for Tyler. For me
Hello,
too.
Thousand Young. Sorry, yeah, I was just checking in my broadcasting software that it wasn't registering that we've had frame
I love
drops
you,
or
Uncle.
anything.
Thank you for everything. I'll call you later.
Yes, yeah. So first episode, Sam is a transphobe and Tyler's like, "No, fuck you, I'm a man." And then Sam's like, "Oh, okay, I'm sorry." Episode 2, his entire development is, I got you a knife. Every man needs a knife. Here is a knife for you, a man. Because that's what cis people do when they're like, I need to show that I have accepted you as trans. Here is very gendered gift. It is gender. I don't know if you like it or not, but it is gender. Have a gender gift.
Okay. You can do this.
No one have girl knife. Knife is for man. Man knife. It's the gender reveal party energy. It's like, hey, what genitals does your baby have? Football or tutu? Sparkle or bomb? What genital is yours? Army or colouring? Let's go talk to Sam. Let's go find out if Sam is our dad, because he was around Mum a hell of a lot, and we don't know who Dad was. Was it you, Sam?
Oh, Allie, Hello.
Hi, Sam. Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm fine.
What are you doing?
My cousin Billy bought an old motorboat, but that fool drowned the engine taking her out. Yeah, I told him I'd fix it.
I just say my favourite gender reveal party meme I've seen going around is it's a Star Trek Next Generation set of screen caps, and the entire ship is like exploding. There's explosions on every deck and on the bridge. And Picard is like, what's the status? What's going on? And Data says, we've got reports of gender reveal parties on decks 7, 8, and 12. I don't know. Is Sam the father? We'll find out.
So, did you need something?
I wanted to talk.
I was hoping to. I actually wanted to check out your boat, is all.
Yeah. All right.
Frankel says, is Glitter Bomb a girl or boy thing? I want to claim it for non-binary peeps. Sure. Yes, we can claim Glitter Bomb for non-binary folks. Right, talk to me, Sam.
So, I was over at the station and I was thinking about some things.
Yeah?
You've known us for a while.
Your whole lives. You puked all over my slick denim button-up.
That's a nice memory. Are you gonna be long? I was hoping we could talk.
I don't need my ears to fix an engine. What's up?
Never mind.
Where's your brother?
You don't need to know we had a fight. He's back at the house.
Back at the house.
Michael is the only person I trust to tell her I had a fight.
What's he getting up to today?
Who knows?
All right.
Okay. Can I help you fix your engine quicker? What if I bring you random things from around this place? if and when you need things. Do you need anything? Can I get you anything to help you fix engine?
How's the house coming along?
Slow. There's a lot to do.
Of course. I mean, there's a whole lives in there. Real shame.
So,
What are you doing wandering around in the middle of the working day?
I'm off today. Sam, could we talk now? It's a little important.
Ain't that what we're doing?
Let me talk to you.
So,
What are you doing wandering around in the middle of the working day?
I'm off today. Sam, could we talk now? It's a little important.
Ain't that what we're doing?
Yeah, you done?
Having some trouble?
Can't get these nuts loose because my idiot cousin let them rust. I got a can of rust remover somewhere. If you come across it, pass it over, yeah?
Oh, sure.
We can fix an engine. Well, what you got for engine fixing? That?
Shit.
Probably should have looked at what it was before I picked it up. That looks sort of like a can of WD-40. That might be what you need. I mean, I'm assuming every adult man in this game could be the dad. The man who was on the ferry with the bumper stickers. We got Sam, we got Tom. Michael could be Michael's the dad. I cracked the code.
Pass me that wrench, will you?
Sam? Are you our father?
He does not look pleased. Tessa's the
Figured you'd ask
dad.
me that question someday.
There we go. Problem solved. There's more trans characters we didn't know. Tessa's the dad.
Well,
Only suggest Tyler
wish
is
I
the
was.
dad. Don't ask him how he's the
how
same
kind of
dad.
answer is that?
I'm sorry, Ellie.
I mean, Eddie could
The
be
man you're
the
looking
dad.
for. He ain't me.
The raccoon is the dad. Because I'm still, the
Oh,
Mad
okay.
Hunter's clearly
Guess
the
I'll
dad.
just take your word for it then.
Officer
Hey,
Greggs is the
you got
dad.
no right coming in here, getting angry at me for something I got nothing to do
Oh,
with.
Tom is on the list. I said Tom is a potential dad. You were so close.
You two were
Yeah.
so close.
Tom, Eddie,
I know he
Sam,
meant something to her.
Bumper Sticker Man.
Honestly think I would have let you two
Greggs.
grow up without a father? I may be a deadbeat, but
I still think Trash Panda's the dad.
I'm no coward.
But you must know something.
I truly don't. Your
I-
mama, she never...
I believe Sam when he says he's
Look.
not the dad.
We were just friends. I mean, take a look at old Sam. No woman like Mary Ann would ever think twice about a guy like
Can't
me.
try Tom is the wannabe mayor.
I'm so sick of this.
Yeah, Michael is daddy. Don't know who dad
I'm
is.
so
Daddy
tired
is
of
Michael.
trying to unravel all of Marianne's fucking secrets.
Ocean Star says, "Gosh, that would have been so Chekhov's gun if the
understand
bumper
her.
sticker man was the dad."
I
I
want to
think
hate her so much.
there is a real case to be made for Chekhov's gun being
But I
bumper
don't
sticker
even know
man
if
as
she
the dad.
Come with me.
Yeah, the impression I get is Sam really, really loved Marianne, but she never felt that way about him. So he's like, I'm just gonna support you and look after you and fix up your house and be your friend and be there to support your kids, even if it can't be more. That's the impression I get.
Oh. When was the last time you cracked a window?
Heat's on the fritz.
If it gets the house sold, it gets the house sold.
I'm not gonna snoop too much. He's literally sat there. I don't feel in a good position to do snooping.
What's all this?
Here, I kept a few things.
Only Link says, every time someone says the impression I get, I'm reminded of the Mighty Mighty Boss Tones. Is it them that did, that's the impression that I get? Do, 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 do. Is that them? Is that the same song, or am I thinking of a totally different thing?
Can I?
Okay, that is them. Cool. I only know of this because of Guitar Hero. I like that track, though. It's one of the few tracks I could 100% reliably.
She looks happy.
She what?
When was this? Why are you wearing a square hat?
Oh, yeah, that was when I finally got my captain's license.
I love a good bit of ska.
Gary Ann's the one who pushed me to get it. Made me. Yeah, Laura took this one. We'd been working on that barn for months. That roof was a son of a bitch to sheath. Rain just kept on.
I've got a
leaking into the
ska
loft.
story for you all
Wait,
in a minute.
The barn has a loft?
Oh yeah, you didn't know?
No, she didn't tell us. Is that a trap door?
Yeah, she had me close the whole thing up. Told her it was gonna be real hard to get any hay up there, but she said she didn't mind.
Do you know what's up there?
I could tell she didn't want to talk about it, so...
Let's go see what's in the secret attic that Mum never wanted us to know about.
So I guess we'll know soon enough.
This where she's been hiding the bodies.
It's like I told you, that house meant everything to your mama. It's all
secret attic.
It's all we got left.
Attic. Secret attic.
You can't just throw it away.
Sam's real sad about that house not being somewhere he can go anymore. I'm glad only that I got the right reference with the secret tunnel.
I know how hard this has been on you. But you need to move on.
Okay, I'm going to pause here because I need to say my Scar story before I forget about it. So, for any of you that like Scar, look up a band called Big Red Ass. They're a really fun ska band, but their whole deal is they tend to play very late night shows or places, venues where people are either very high or very drunk. And their whole gimmick is, lyrically, their songs are fucking nonsense. And they get a real kick out of playing at like 2 a.m. to a really messed up crowd. And being like, how long will it take for them to realise that the only words to this song are the word Oyster card over and over, for example, and it's amazing to watch them play live and watch the room just have this, like, they're having a proper go of it, and then being like, wait, just occasionally getting to catch this beautiful look on someone's face going, wait, we're singing about Oyster cards? It's a fucking amazing thing that exists. Their songs are real they're the kind of thing that someone who is out of their mind can sing along with and probably won't notice that they're singing nonsense, and it's quite amusing. I do enjoy it very much. Also, I won a free t-shirt at Scar Show once for a band called Mad Apple Circus. They got all of the audience to be like, hey, look, whoever fucking skanks the hardest for this next track, I'm gonna give you a shirt. Apparently, I fucking skanked my ass off. There we go. Right, let's get back in.
Maybe it would help to talk to someone about it.
Okay. There's a reason Becky Toothill in the Twitch chat has posted a bunch of Jim's hat emotes. Big Red Ass have a song called Hat, and the chorus is just hat, 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 hat. Everybody doth your hat. The verses, very quickly, are basically singing, 1, we're about to sing about some hats. 2, are you ready for us to sing about some hats? 3, I bet you're not ready for us to sing about some hats. 4, I bet you're not even ready. Are you prepared for hats? It's just a chorus of, like, counting up numbers and going, you're not fucking ready for this. Hat, 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 hat. It's... Yeah, look up Hat by Big Red Ass. It is a fun track.
I broke my leg. Shin bone snapped in 3 different places. It's stuck on my ass for a month.
Yeah, back to Sam's sad melancholy.
I was so down I couldn't even bring myself to get out of bed. But your mama,
She is having none of that. She got me up one morning and drove me to a nice spot by the harbor. We watched the boats come in and out all morning. You can't let yourself be defined by the parts that are broken. That's what you told me.
That's pretty beautiful, actually.
You
Marianne
gotta
slash
find
Sam.
a way to work with what you got. I think
Sam is sad. Us scar hearts.
Gotta remember.
Oh, Sam. I feel very bad for this clearly depressed alcoholic who is still hung up on the woman he loved who died, and yeah. Raku-san says, apparently I said hat, 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 and then Sam said stuck up my ass for a month. That's good. That's got to be clippable. I think Sam's still alive. I think he's just passed out because he's a sad, depressed, drunk man who's very sad about the woman who died a decade ago, and he's still not quite over. Oh, Sam. Right, well, let's get to the house and find out what's in that fucking barn, I guess. But first, it's finally time for Tyler to be a fucking part of this episode. Tyler time. I've been missing Tyler.
Now, if you ever come back here, I'm going to kill you!
Yeah, so this is...
Hey, Tyler?
Tyler doing his best to remember the night that, Marianne
right?
scared off the Mad Hunter.
Yeah, I'm fine.
Whoa. Hey, let's get you off your feet,
Yeah.
okay?
It was good to get some Allison time. Yeah, she was kind of underused last episode, but I'm glad we're back to Tyler now. It's gay time. Who's ready for me to make this as gay as I possibly can? Because I'm gonna make it real gay. Michael's great.
Listen, if you want to be alone, I'll go. But if there's anything you need to get off your chest, I won't snitch.
You saw Allison? How is she?
Yeah. I went back to check on her this morning. She was in a pretty bad way. Whatever went on between you two, it wrecked her.
Look, I don't want to drag you into this.
Well, I'm already in it, and you look like hell, so...
I just got a lot on my mind.
Well, I know one thing that's good for that.
Shrift.
As a wise man once said, fishing is the cure to the wounds of the heart.
Thank you very much for the bits and for the hopefully seeing Michael and Tyler do smooches. Yeah, were you the wise man, Michael? Was that you?
Was that wise man you?
Hey, like I said,
gay
I
time
gotta
is
wrap
gay
my own
time.
legacy. So, you in?
Yeah, let's go fishing.
I don't know.
Come on, we're burning daylight.
Sci-Fi Brarian. Okay.
Where are we gonna go?
Sci-Fi Brarian.
Why
It's
go
hard to
anywhere
read
when
on
we
my
have a
second monitor
perfectly
while I'm
frozen lake
gaming.
right here?
Ice fishing in November?
Yeah. It got cold way fast this year.
Sci-Fi
Climate
Brarian.
change.
Thank
That
you,
shit's gonna
Jet
kill
Sexes,
us.
for helping me read that.
But hey, fish first. You can walk behind me if you're afraid, though.
Oh, Michael.
You're actually serious.
Yeah. Michael offering to go first if Tyler's...
I am a
Oh.
very serious man, Tyler.
Look at these two
Let's go.
potential
We
lovers.
still have to get everything out of the car.
Fishing for kisses, yes. We're gonna get a smooch by the end of the fishing segment. I will stake this channel on it.
Stage
If
is
there is a
set.
will, there's a way, and I will
Showtime.
make it happen.
Whenever you're ready.
You sure you don't want to go?
Nah. Look, no way I'm gonna rob you of your first catch in your own backyard.
All right.
Time for me to focus. I've got to get into pro gamer mode, everyone. Got to make sure I don't miss any prompts.
Got everything you need, by the way?
Yeah, I'm good.
What have we got here? We got a
Man.
fishing hole, a drilling
I'm
thing.
so gonna miss this.
Miss what?
Just hanging out and fishing, and you know, I'm not gonna have a lot of time after we move to Juneau with school and the JC and everything.
Right.
Talk about your feelings, boys.
So did any of the people you came up with at Fireweed land in Juneau?
Oh, I'm not sure. Once they left, I never really kept in touch.
Really?
Let me fish.
People came and went a lot. And besides, everyone moves on eventually, right?
Not everyone.
Ah, Jet Sexus, I
Not
like
people who get
your
so close, they're like
I like your
family.
prediction.
I already have a family.
Well, there's a reason we think of families as trees. They keep on sprouting new branches. And...
Oh, hey, I think I've got a bite.
You got this. Reel him in.
Is Michael the bite? Have you got Michael?
Come on, pull up on the rod.
Oh, I gotta reel it in, reel it in, reel it in, reel. Oh.
Now give it a nice pull.
Oh, there you go. Got a fish.
Slippery little. Got it.
Bravo.
First of many.
Pace yourself. It's a marathon, not a sprint.
I say that's a lovely
Thanks,
color of
Sensei.
sky.
Oh, hey, did you want to make solid plans to hit the buzzard hole? The river might ice over soon, so we shouldn't wait too long.
I do love a good
With
fishing
the way things
minigame.
are, I'd rather not make any promises.
No problem. I can be flexible, so just let me know if that changes.
Hello to the 10 or so people who tuned in just as
You
we're
got
starting to
anything
get
good in
towards
there?
the gay stuff.
Maybe, but who says I'm willing to share?
Okay, fine, be that way.
I want to know what's in the cooler.
You got anything good in there?
Maybe, but who says I'm willing to share?
Okay, fine, be that way.
Oh, we got another
All right,
fish.
Here we go.
Okay, probably harder fishing. There we go. Harder, more difficult fishing. Oh, there we go. Such good fishing people.
Okay. How about them apples?
Oh, nice job. So, you weren't all talk.
Impressed?
I only see 2 fish in my cooler.
For now. So, about last night. I don't know what Allison said, but from my side, well, I thought we were on the same page. But it turns out we weren't.
Hey, so don't tell her I told you, but last week your sister was almost unbearable. She was jumping up and down with excitement at you coming back.
Really?
You better believe it. Look, the last time you saw each other, you were kids. Just because things have changed doesn't mean you can't work it out.
I pushed her too hard. Let's own up to
I
Tyler's
know.
fuck-ups.
It's probably my fault. I really pushed her last night. I just don't get why she always has to run away from everything.
You blame her?
Avoiding the problem doesn't make it go away. She's so fixated on selling the house. It's like she's trying to bury the past. All of it. Even the good parts.
Look, I'm not picking sides here. Okay, but she's been murder house girl ever since it happened. Now she's got a chance to put it behind her and start fresh.
Yeah.
Shit, I'd be pretty eager too.
Yeah, it would have been easier for her had she just been able to be like, I did it in
guess I
self-defense,
didn't really
and that is everything, and there is nothing
been
more
so
to it,
focused
and
on
I have
my
sold
own
the
shit.
house, and it is done.
It's been hard, you know? Figuring out how to live out here.
You mean outside of Fireweed?
Yeah. When I first got there, all I could think about was getting out. It felt like a cage. But after a while, it started to feel more like a shell. I figured out who I was in there.
Yeah, it's
But
hard to live
now
on the
I've gotta
outside
work
after
out
you've
how to
been
be
in the
that person
system.
out here.
Also,
Well,
I like...
if it makes you feel...
I have to pause. Thousand Young has a great thing in the chat. All they have to do is shout, I'm gay, and their dad will have no choice but to reveal himself and say, hi, gay, I'm dad.
Any better, none of us really know what we're doing. Shit may look bleak now, but your sister's never gonna give up on you. And you can lean on me too if you want. Just be careful, okay? Got a bad left shoulder.
I'll keep it in mind.
Good thing you're near
Thanks
his
for
right
listening.
shoulder, you can lean on
Don't
that
mention
one.
it.
So you gonna tell me what's in the cooler, or what?
I could tell you. Or I could watch you squirm a bit longer.
Ugh, you're a terrible person. You know that?
You betcha.
Oh,
Don't
oh,
you say
fish.
anything.
I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna get the fish. And then I'm gonna get a kiss. Come on.
Easy. Oh. Whoa.
Oh.
Damn. 3 out of 3.
Well played.
I want to know what's in the box.
I got nothing. That was clean.
Huh. I'm a little disappointed. Can I ask you something kind of weird and maybe hard to answer?
Weird and kind of hard to answer my jam. What's up?
How'd you
There's
know
kisses
you
in
were
the
ready
box.
to trust anyone enough to put yourself out there?
Okay.
Oh, this is getting gay.
Yeah, that is the hard question.
Okay.
Told you.
There's not really two ways about it. You gotta be willing to take a hit. Look, I stopped listening to the entire indie folk genre just because I was dumped at a show once. But I put myself back out there
We've all
just
been
like
there.
everyone who's ever gotten their heart stomped on. Because when you meet someone who really sees you, you don't have to pretend anymore.
Do you still want to risk it with me?
And you're still interested in being that someone? Even after all the shit that's happened?
Hey, I've got
Gotta be
baggage
real
too.
fucking careful on these
I
prompts.
think it's worth a chance. Don't you?
Make sure I press the right fucking buttons.
I think we're in total agreement here.
Yeah?
Yeah. I get this feeling like I could say or do anything with you, and it'd be cool. I feel safe.
You are. Because your sister would kill me if I did you dirty.
Yeah, she would.
So, doesn't look like you're catching anything with that. You want me to show you how it's done?
Go for it.
Oh. This is that good gay shit. Oh. Oh. No, cut back to them. Cut back to them.
Hey, you're missing the show.
Come on. Kiss prompt. Kiss prompt. Oh, I hope you're ready. This has got to be it, right? Look at that. Make a move. Make a move. Make a move.
You okay?
Oh heck, goddamn. Trans boy gonna get some lovin'. Gotta love when a gay trans person gets to have just a nice romantic moment that isn't, isn't just really creepy or the setup for violence. Or fetishized. It's just so nice. Look at these boys. Look at these lads. These bros. Oh. Oh, these boys. Oh. We did it. We won. Tell me why. We got the best ending. 0 feet apart because they're super gay. Chuzu Adam, I kind of want that as a background too. That's a good wallpaper.
Yes, one way to put it. Hey,
Oh, hey Ali, I was definitely talking to your brother
I'll
about
just show myself out.
fixing your
call me later.
argument.
You know I will.
Definitely not smooching him. Yeah. No matter what happens now, game over. We did it.
Sorry for interrupting.
Although, what if
No,
there's more
it's totally
smooches
fine.
later?
We're
We
done
can't
anyway.
end the stream yet.
Catch anything?
Caught a
Mostly
boyfriend.
ice, but yeah.
Tyler, I'm sorry for freaking out yesterday. All of this,
Allison is super okay.
it's been really hard on
The
me.
fight we had led to
Don't
me getting a
apologize.
kiss.
I was being
It's
an
all
asshole.
cool.
We should have never pushed you that hard.
Come here.
Everything's so lovely. Who's ready for shit to get complicated
Why did I
and
miss
tough?
you so much? It's only been a
Everything's
day.
I've been told I have that effect on people.
You dum-dum.
It's all going too well right now. Something needs to be sad.
Okay, so I need to show you something.
What? You're kind of weirding me out.
Can we sit down
Yeah.
for a sec?
As Ocean Star says, now is the Mad Hunter's cue to come in and ruin everything.
So, what is it?
I was just at Sam's. He's not our father.
How do you know?
I asked him, point blank.
I mean, yeah, Sam doesn't seem like the set the house on fire type.
not
He loves the house a bit too
Running
much.
down the barn didn't really seem like a Sam move.
Yeah, I guess it was silly to suspect him in the first place.
Yeah, the idea of
Never
Sam
hurt
risking
Marianne's
burning
feelings.
down the
There's
only
something
thing he
else.
has left of Marianne.
Look at this.
Yeah.
This was taken in 1992 when Marianne first moved to Delos Crossing. See that ladder? Sam told me the barn has a loft. He helped her build it. Apparently she never told anyone about it.
And it's still there?
As far as he knows, yeah. What do you think?
I think we
Should
go
give it a
investigate
shot?
the barn.
We've come this far. And a hidden loft?
This
That's
feels
got
like we're
secret
gonna
shit written all
go
over
find
it.
some secrets. Let's go find some secrets. Let's go find some secrets. Let's go find some secrets. Mum didn't want us to know about. What do we really care? Let's go through her secrets.
Ugh, what a mess. That's not gonna help us get this house sold.
Yeah. What do you think is up there?
I don't know. I'm trying not to speculate. My brain was going to some real dark places.
It's we don't have to do this.
We don't have to do this.
Dad's
We might not like what
body.
we find.
Dad's in
When
the
has
attic.
that ever stopped us?
Oh, there's a lever near the. There's that red thing near the door. So that'd be what, over here? Aha! I see
The
a
handle
prompt.
should be behind this.
The door, the latch to the door got broken. To the barn door got broken
there it
previously
is.
by whoever tried to set it on fire, which is why it's now just kind of hanging open. The lock got trashed.
It's opening up.
The secret keeper always did store all the best secrets in the clouds.
Yep. Come on, let's find a way to climb
Dad's
up
tied
there.
up in the attic, and Marianne tried burning the barn down to hide the evidence. I'm liking your creative theories, everyone. You are. I hope that one of your theories is true. Get it on stream. It'll be great. I don't think the latch was broken by Tyler being bad opening it. I thought we got in like properly. We found the key and everything. Tyler broke the lock with. Maybe Tyler did break the lock with
Can
Sam.
you see anything?
I don't remember.
Nope, nada.
Oh, secrets. Oh yeah, they were trying. Yes, of course. That's what they were trying to do while we did the breaker. Yeah, Sam and Tyler broke the lock on the barn door, which is why the barn door was hanging open.
Here, found a switch.
Oh, Mad Hunter Shrine. I smell
shit.
book puzzles.
Well, that shaved a few years off my life.
Yeah, this is a cool attic space. Can I just live up here? This is like a real artsy space. I wish I had the artistic ability to create spaces like this.
It's
Her story.
Yeah. Yeah, it's a lot less murdery than it could have been.
She left us something.
How do you know she left you that, Allison? There's a box. She must have left it for us.
It's got a combination lock with letters.
Do you think she hid the code somewhere in all this?
Knowing Mary Ann, probably.
Well, you want to do this?
Yeah.
Let's
start here.
Let's get undoing codes. The code might be Mom or Dad. Let's try and get there the correct way. Once upon a time, there was a young princess who felt hopeless. So yeah, the princess in the story is very clearly Mary Ann.
Recognize this?
Yeah. It's from the story where the goblins tricked the Mad Hunter.
It looks like it, but it's
The
different.
code is PLS, you're just asking
Can you
nicely.
check the book?
I mean, it does seem like there could be a disembodied head in the box. Okay, let's find the story this
Here it is.
goes with.
Why do you think she
the goblin
changed the
tricked
picture?
the Mad
I
Hunter.
don't know. Maybe it's a message. Like, the differences between the two mean something.
Okay.
Something
Okay, so
about Mary Ann,
we've
right?
got to look for the differences between
Since
the pictures.
she's the princess?
Yeah. Why don't we try to find them all and then see if it makes any sense?
Let's have a read of this story originally. Once upon a time, in a castle just beyond the ancient and deep forest, the Mad Hunter was punished by the Gold Lady for failing to return with the wise princess. For your failure, said the Gold Lady, I will take your left hand. You will return to the ancient and deep forest and hunt down the wise princess, and if you can bring her back, I will return your hand to you. Fail again, and I will take your right hand. The Mad Hunter could hunt with just his right hand, but if he lost both his hands, he would never be able to hunt again, and would no longer be a Mad Hunter, only a madman. So the Mad Hunter returned to the ancient and deep forest, searching with his piercing eye for the wise princess. The crafty goblins were out searching for mischief when they saw the Mad Hunter on the prowl. We cannot let him find the princess, said the goblins, and so they devised a plan. It was wash day, and the princess had hung her beautiful gown out to dry. They stole it from the line and stuffed it full of straw, and then returned to where the Mad Hunter was scouring the paths of the forest. As the Mad Hunter turned down a path that would have led him to the big wooden house, the goblins danced the straw princess in and out of view in the opposite direction. The ruse worked. The hunter fixed his piercing eye on them and followed. Through the day and into the night they led him away from the true princess. As night fell, the crafty goblins, realizing the error in their plan, the Mad Hunter was now hunting them. If he caught them, he would not be kind. So they put their heads together to come up with a plan. It did not take them long to realize where they should go. They led the Mad Hunter to the edge of the deep and icy lake. When he came into view, they weighed the fake princess down with stones and dropped her into the frigid water, careful not to plunge into the depths themselves, lest the moon hag take her revenge on them. The Mad Hunter removed his clothing and dove in after the fake princess. He followed the shape of the sinking princess deep into the chilly water, down below where ice covered the lake's surface. Finally, he caught her, but when he spun her toward him, he realized she had no head and that her body was stuffed with straw. And then he felt a slippery fin brush his shoulder as the moon hag loomed overhead. The next morning, the princess went to retrieve her gown from the clothing line and found that it was gone. She immediately suspected the goblins of mischief and called, "Goblins, did you take my gown?" The goblins emerged from their cave and nodded sadly. "Now what will I wear?" asked the princess, sad and angry that she had lost her only dress. "Let us explain," said the goblins. So they told the princess the story of the Mad Hunter, and then they produced his clothing, which was a bit large for the princess, but much warmer than her beautiful gown. She immediately forgave them. "Thank you, my friends," she said, "for rescuing me, and for this clothing, which will keep me much warmer in the winter than my beautiful gown." The Mad Hunter was forced to remain below the lake with the moon hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted the day he would emerge to once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand. So, this seems like a story about, like, hey, whoever the dad is, presumably, the princess had run away from the Mad Hunter, didn't want the Mad Hunter knowing where she lived. Mad Hunter was trying to find her and track her down on someone's behalf. Someone wanted her back that wasn't the Mad Hunter. That's interesting. Yeah, we're going to spot the difference puzzle in a second. Yeah, the kids are the goblins. Tyler and Allison are the goblins. Okay.
Okay, spot the differences.
Okay, the princess is behind the tree.
Oh, some of the
goblins
parts
are missing.
buttons. Huh. No goblins.
Yeah. In the original, the goblins managed to save the princess from the Mad Hunter.
So we saved Marianne from something, but not in this version?
The Mad Hunter's got both his hands.
The Mad Hunter still has 2 hands here.
So this was either before the Gold Lady cut off his other one, or after he earned it back?
Which either makes it before most of the stories, or after.
Yeah.
And the
At
castle.
some point when she was running away from whatever the hell the Mad Hunter meant to Marianne.
Ha! Mad Hunter, more like Dad Hunter. Ha! Also, Ediafer, hey! How are you doing back in Hong Kong? How is the quarantine hotel holding up?
Why do you think she added that castle in the background?
See the color of the flag? It could be her mother's castle. It looks like the princess is running away from it.
So, Marianne ran away from home, and she grew up kinda rich?
The title's different as well, isn't it? The goblins trick the Mad Hunter. Okay.
It's not the same title, so I guess that counts as a difference? That's it.
Whoa.
What's in there?
I'm sorry, Ediafer, that sucks. I'm sorry to hear.
Pictures, letters. Have you ever seen any of these?
All the pictures of Marianne I've ever seen were the ones hanging on the walls.
Alright, let's go looking through Mum's
An
old
artsy
life.
environmentalist. Yep, that sounds like Marianne's exact kind of catnip.
Is that Dad? Is that Dad in the heart?
Artsy environmentalist. Yep.
Everyone
sounds
is
like
Dad.
Marianne's exact. I can't believe she was a ballet dancer. Marianne.
And a good
Yeah,
one,
I think
too.
one of the letters is
God,
O,
that's so not
as we
her.
just found in the door. So presumably we're going to have a couple of other letters from solving other puzzles in this room.
Oh, poor thing.
Why would she keep an old drawing of a pet in here?
Ooh, Ediafer, send me that crossword. I would love to have a look at it. That sounds real chill.
Wow, I don't think I've ever seen a picture of her that young.
I think that's her mom in the background.
Okay, she had a controlling mother. She grew up in a rich,
The Gold Lady. That
in a
was
rich
definitely her
controlling
mom.
house.
So did Marianne
She ran
grow
away
up
to be
kinda
a
rich?
hippie environmentalist artist.
Would have been nice to have some of that.
Marianne, I can't do this anymore. You deserve better than cliche bullshit like it's not you, it's me. But the truth is, it's all just been too much to deal with, and I've realised I'm just not ready. Maybe if we could have dealt with all of this on our own, without your mum constantly putting pressure on us, things could have been different. The damage is done, and it's probably too late for that now. Okay, so that probably explains why Marianne ran away from home, is mum was really controlling and kind of was fucking up her relationships. I'm sorry, you're an amazing person, and you made me a better man. I hate myself for doing this, but I feel like we'll both be better off apart. There I go with the cliches again. Please don't ever stop being who you are. Here, but I'm gone. Brent. Okay.
Could this guy have been any more cryptic?
Tyler, see that little light? I think we need to solve this one next.
Yeah. Dog Trancy, how is this game? I'm real into it. I've been really enjoying it. It's very narrative heavy, but I have been really engrossed in the mystery over its 3 episodes. Lady Octopus says, I think Marianne was engaged to someone who she didn't love and was forced to run away. I mean, that would make some sense, because this story we just had here, of her running away from someone, it would explain the Mad Hunters, the person who sent the Mad Hunter. Let's pull that story back up. The Gold Lady. The Gold Lady could well be Marianne's rich mother. And whoever the dad that she didn't want to be with, and the husband she didn't want to be with and ran away from, the Gold Lady's like, no, you two are supposed to be together. Go get her back. And Marianne's hiding in the woods, not wanting to be with the Mad Hunter. Okay, you came over to this one,
There's
Allison.
the gold lady again. She's all over the board.
I might have
There
missed
was a figure of her in
prompt
that
below
stash by the Mad
ballet
Hunter painting,
trophies.
right?
Oh, yeah.
So maybe all of this is related to what we found in there.
Oh, hi, Mark.
Did you know she studied engineering?
No.
We did miss this one.
It looks like she changed her major to visual arts.
I don't think she actually got it changed. The paper's not signed and it's all wrinkled. Like someone tried to throw it away.
She wanted to be an artist, and I'm guessing she was there doing engineering on mother's money. Oh yeah, this is very clearly her mother, right? The cruel parents kept her locked away in their musty palace. Okay. There was a bird in that last...
Move the piece next to the gold lady.
Yeah.
All these pictures. They look
think-
like images
yeah.
from Marianne's life before Delos, don't they?
Yeah, so
Well,
her
some of them
mother
do anyway.
got rid of her pet
Maybe
bird.
that's it then. We need to figure out which ones are real.
Sternly watched her doing ballet.
Princess dancing, playing violin, spinning wool. I guess this is stuff she did for fun.
She
Notice
ran
how
away from
unhappy she looks in
engineering?
all these pictures.
The wise princess looks like she's trying to run away.
And she's being watched by the gold lady.
And she was heartbroken because the gold lady ruined her relationship with the artist.
What's the gold lady do? Is that it?
It's opening.
Ah, there's another letter. Okay, cool. Let's have a
What's
look in
there
this one.
time?
Let's look at the picture ones first. That's the house.
Is that Carol?
Yeah, and Sam.
Ah,
Look at him. He's so young and happy.
ah. Salmonberry Park.
Salmonberry Park. Huh. Is that some kind of commune?
Looks like it.
Sorry we're losing you to
So
modern
weird to imagine her
civilization.
living in a community like that. With, other people.
The weirdest part is how they all seem to love her. Where was prom queen Marianne when the whole town was turning on us?
Okay, so she lived at a hippie commune for a while. I mean, that seems about right.
Wow. She worked for a watchmaker in Juneau before she moved to Delos. No wonder she was so handy.
Right. Before she moved to Juneau, before she moved to Delos.
Her father.
Oh, her father. Marianne, I hope this letter finds you well, but since you didn't leave any contact information, I will have to send it to your aunt and hope for the best. I'm writing to inform you that your mother passed away last week. We just had her funeral. The house has been filled with people all day, friends, family, colleagues, and church members. It's now 11 p.m, and I'm sitting alone at the kitchen table, surrounded by dozens of trays of food, flowers, and sympathy cards. Your cousin Adie brought in a beautiful photo album full of our holiday pictures in Lacona. You're there in all of them, but you weren't here today. We haven't heard from you in 4 years and can only hope you made it to Alaska, or wherever you are, and that you and your child are both safe. Child singular. So, thoughts. Either Dad did not know enough to know she was pregnant with twins, or this isn't referencing the twins. It's entirely possible that, I heard that Marianne was pregnant, did not know it was twins. Could be it's not referring to the twins. Your mother had been sick and depressed for years, and you can imagine why. The pain of being shunned by her own daughter, knowing she would never get to see her grandchild grow up. It spread through her body like cancer and consumed her completely. All this suffering simply because you ran away like a temperamental little girl, instead of accepting her help when you got pregnant out of wedlock. After dropping out of college without a penny to your name. She only stepped up to help because she knew you weren't ready to raise a child properly. Marianne, a mother's duty doesn't end when her children leave home. Now that you're a mother yourself, I hope you'll begin to understand that good parenting isn't about coddling children. It's about providing for them and shaping them into the people they're supposed to become, whether they like it or not. I won't trouble you again, you've made your intentions clear, I just thought you should know. Dad. That's a big guilt trip. Oh God. Only in the chat says Michael is the secret sibling. The ship is dead. Yeah, maybe he's denying one of the twins isn't his. Mad Hunter is the secret sibling. I don't know. We'll find out.
What the hell? Marianne was pregnant in 1992, before she even got here.
Oh.
For us?
Yep.
Do we have a long-lost sibling out there somewhere?
It's possible, but...
She had a kid before you.
She could have given it up or miscarried. Who knows?
Yeah, you're right. Do you think we could track down her father?
You mean the grandfather she never told us about? I don't think I want to.
You're not at all excited about having more family.
You saw the letter. I don't think we want any part of that.
Fine. Let's keep digging.
The raccoon is the mystery sibling. You've cracked the code, Rakusen. Okay. One day she took her tiara and ran away to the forest.
This just lit up, so I think we're supposed to try this one next.
Yeah, Marianne is their mum. I'm just gonna say, I know originally back in episode 2 I said, oh, the tiara's, you know, the tiara's gonna be the wedding ring with the husband.
What's this?
What if it's not? Because
some sort of map?
She ran away with the tiara when she left the castle. Did I look at the one on the left of the previous one? Let me go back and check. Did I? I'm pretty sure I did. Oh, or did you mean the puzzle over here? I'm following the ones the plot is sending me to first, and then I'm gonna come have a look at those in a minute. Yeah, what if the tiara is the sibling? That's... yeah. Right, so this is presumably the timeline of her running away.
Sure everything in the stash was dated. Why don't we go take another look?
Castle.
Started at the castle. Went to the hippie commune.
Plant thing on top.
Oh, those are definitely salmonberry flowers.
Yeah, so that was when she ran away.
Degree in outdoor studies
she ran away
is
from
paying off.
home, lived in a commune, went back to society before she moved to this town. She was a clockmaker. Then she moved to Dalos, and then she made friends.
This looks like a dinner party with the old bear and the very old beaver.
There we go.
Yes.
What's in there? Another letter?
It's gonna be a big letter.
The princess is lost.
Yeah, the letters are
From the Book
OLE.
of Goblins?
Not that I know of.
Well, sure looks like it could be.
Right. Let's do story time. Olé! The princess's loss. Once upon a time in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. She had made it through the woods and to that house with nothing left but the clothes on her back and a single item from her old life. A splendid tiara. She lost almost everything in her desperate flight from the Mad Hunter. The trees tore the rucksack from her back and shredded her dress, and left a pattern of red welts on her skin. But through it all, she clutched the tiara close to her chest, fearing any misstep could cause it to fall from her arms and break. The tiara had its own spot in the big wooden house, a pillow near the window, where sun would catch on its surface to shine and wink. The princess could stare for hours at the tiara, marvelling in its beauty and running her thumb down its curves. Every morning she would wake, and she would tend to it, polishing its every surface to make sure it shone as brightly as it could. Then she would pluck it up, place it upon her head, and walk the woods feeling somehow more complete. Because what, after all, was a princess without a crown? Every night she would place it upon its pillow, give it a quick kiss, and go to bed. On her way she would pause and glance back to make sure it was still there. She hated to be separated from it, but she knew it was safest on the pillow where while she slept. Yeah, Tiara is the kid. One night the princess woke to a raging storm. The wind howled against the walls, rattling the windows in their panes. Fearing a gust might burst open a window and blow the tiara to the ground, she plucked it from its pillow and brought it to bed with her. All through the night she held the tiara close, and in the morning she woke to find herself still cradling it. The storm had passed, and the princess relaxed. That day was the same as any other. though she perhaps gave the tiara an even more thorough cleaning, grateful as she was that nothing had gone wrong. That night she placed the tiara on its pillow, gave it a quick kiss and went to bed, pausing on her way to be sure it was still there. In the morning, she woke and sensed immediately that something was wrong. In the living room, the tiara lay upon the ground, broken, dull, and faded. Nothing else in the room had changed. The pillow was exactly where she'd left it, the window was closed, there'd been no storm, no wind, no sign that anything at all had gone amiss. Only the broken tiara, mute upon the ground. She picked it up and held it in her arms, with a guttural cry, but though she tried to fix and polish it, it was gone, beyond repair, and with no shine left. Yeah, so that story she told in episode 2 about burying the tiara under the big tree, I assume that's the big tree in the cemetery we saw last episode, is where her first kid is buried. The princess held the tiara through the day and through the next night, sitting in the same spot at the window where she used to polish it. When the sun rose, she looked outside, and her gaze fixed on a sapling. She remembered how this sapling had survived the winter, clinging to life despite the frozen, unforgiving earth. Without a word, she went out and buried the tiara in the ground beneath the sapling. As the final scoop of dirt fell, the tiara felt truly gone, and with it, the final link to her old self. She could only go forward and find a new place for herself in this world, where she was no longer truly a princess in a tiara and a beautiful gown, but a one woman, alone, in a deep and ancient wood. And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title. Yeah, that's, sudden, as Oni suggests, sounds a lot like sudden infant death syndrome, SIDS, which is a really horrible thing that happens where a baby can just fucking unexpectedly die and there is no noticeable cause, it just happens.
And that was how the princess lost her most precious treasure and her title.
We'll have a look around the rest of the room in a minute.
That was the story she read us that night.
God, it makes sense now.
Yeah.
So, if you remember in episode 2, she told us this story. She told us the story of having to bury the tiara. Earlier on in the night, she told us that story on the night that she'd found out from Eddie that Tessa had reported her to child services. She's probably going to lose her kids. The same night that the whole thing with Tyler and the gun happens. She'd lost a kid before, and she had found out she was going to lose her kids again. Like that. That's some information. That's probably why she told Tyler and Allison the story about that. She apologized for telling it. It was like, I know it's sad, I won't tell you it again, I just needed to tell you. Yeah, she couldn't face losing her kids again.
She got pregnant. And she ran away to start a new life. And then she made her way to Delos Crossing.
Yeah, it's a lot.
She was finally happy.
Yeah. Lidsell, I'll get to that in a second, but I think you are right about what we do with the letters. Because I think they're color-coded, which will tell us which order to put them in, but...
She left everything behind. Built a whole new life for him. And then... he was just gone.
I guess having us helps her move on. But when it looked like we were going to be taken away, she snapped.
Yeah.
She just couldn't lose any more children. It really wasn't anything we did.
I don't know what I'm supposed to do with all this.
I don't either, but all I wanted was to understand what happened to her.
To Branson,
and now I do.
They were going to get taken away because Mum was having a real hard time mental health wise. She was turning up to work high off her mind. She was not providing like food and warmth for the kids, and yeah, a friend of hers reported her to child services because she was worried about the kids being safe. Like, she'd done everything she could to, like, you know, give the mum money, food, try and help, and the mum just didn't want to accept the help, and you know.
We still haven't seen what's in that chest.
Yeah, it was a really horrible winter as well, which didn't help. A lot of bad stuff happened at once. Mum was having a real hard time of it. There were no resources to go around, but red, orange, yellow, that's what I suspected. Yeah. So if you look at the colours of the letters, the code for the box is Leo, which is the name of the kid. That's pretty heartbreaking.
Yes.
Yeah, it was a real fucking shitty situation the mum was in.
Whoa.
Did it just get darker in here?
Oh, okay, there is something in here for us.
A baby blanket?
Yeah. Let's read the letter.
Ollie. She noticed.
Well, that's nice that she used the right name for Ollie there. That is, again, further confirmation that she was supportive. For anyone who missed it, Ollie is the first name that Tyler picked out before settling on Tyler. It was the first attempt at self-picking a gendered name. We write stories to understand and be understood, but what good is a story without a first act? I'm sorry I kept mine from you for so long. All my love, goblins.
Why does she have a photo of that tree locked in here?
That's presumably the tree that she buried Leo under. God, there's Leo.
Is that
Leo Ronan?
I mean, the
Why
game's a
didn't she
little
tell
heavy
us
on the
about it?
clues, but you know.
Why didn't she tell us any of this?
I still
It's
think it's
fucking
pretty
terrible.
great.
That's why. Allie, did we do the right thing opening this?
We did. It's better we know what happened, even if it's hard. And there's one more thing we need to see.
Are you sure?
Yes.
I would always rather a game like this be heavy on the clues than too light on the clues, because I don't want my
Come on.
enjoyment of the
dock.
choice-based narrative held back by
It's time
I
to
can't
finish
fucking
this.
work out what I'm supposed to be doing. You know. Let's have a look at these other puzzles while we're here.
The crafty goblin's good deeds.
See
Of
if
course.
we unlock
the
anything
goblins
else.
had to help out the creatures of the forest to pay off their debt to the Pelican.
Well, what did they do?
You know, I don't really remember.
Right. Good deed. Gifts. Which story is this? The Pelican forgives the goblins. Once upon a time, in a deep and ancient forest, there lived a pair of crafty goblins in a cave below a big wooden house. They lived with a wise princess who shared as much food with them as she was able. Yeah, this is Tessa, the woman who was provided Marianne with a job and food, and sort of was ultimately the person who reported her to child services, which she feels a lot of guilt over. This left the goblins hungry, very hungry, always hungry. I'm curious what's under these, like, added-on lines. One day, as they were out foraging for food, the pious pelican landed on a rock and dumped a smorgasbord from her beak, which the goblins knew was magic and never emptied. There were king crabs in red, blue, and gold, and scarlet, veiny blue shrimp, pink-shelled scallops, oblong brown clams, purple spiny urchins, and even one prickly red sea cucumber. The food just kept coming. They watched as the pelican ate one clam and then took a nap. "Do you think she would mind if we just took a little?" asked one goblin to another. "Her beak never empties. She wouldn't possibly miss a couple of crabs," said the second, licking her lips. They were agreed, and so they crept over, filched some crabs, and ran. The goblins scarfed the crabs, but when they were finished, they found that they were still hungry. "You won't miss another handful of shrimp," she said. Said one goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the shrimp, but when they were finished, they found that they were still hungry. "Maybe a few scallops," said one goblin to the other. The goblins scarfed the scallops, but when they were finished, they found they were still hungry. So they went back for clams, then the urchins, and finally even the sea cucumber. Well, they were not hungry. Finally, they were not hungry, but there was also nothing left. Just then the pelican woke up. "What happened to my food?" she asked. Unable to lie about it, the goblins confessed their crime. The pelican was dismayed, but she was a charitable-hearted bird, and she could tell the crafty goblins were growing little creatures. "Goblins," said the pious pelican, "I will share my food with you, but you must in return follow my example and be as generous with others as I am with you. Take that to heart, and I will have considered your debt paid." "But we have nothing to give," said the goblins. "You have your nimble hands and your crafty brains and your loving hearts," said the pelican. The crafty goblins realized how much they had to give, and for the rest of the day they looked for ways to help the other creatures of the forest. They found the stalwart moose struggling with an itchy, hard-to-reach spot on his back, so they climbed up and gave it a good scratching. Where's the moose? There you are.
They gave the stalwart moose a good scratch on the...
Next, they helped the old bear, who could not get the honey out of the narrow beehive. They climbed up to the top of a tree with the hive and dropped it down, cracking it open. Finally, they found the princess crying over a loss she would not speak about. I bet we know what that is now. So they wrapped their little arms around her in a great big hug and stayed until she felt better.
For the bear. They hugged the princess when she was crying. Nailed it.
Oh yeah, the twins are the goblins.
Our lives would have been so different if their friendship hadn't gone to shit.
The Pelican Crossing is a specialty gift boutique located near the O'Shea Glacier, catering to Gloucester Channel tourists, as well as Delos Crossing locals. We specialise in an assortment of high-quality products from home accessories, handmade souvenirs to personal apparel. Be the first store to act as a relay between the bustling arts and crafts scene and customers. Friendly and knowledgeable customer service from Tessa and up-and-coming artist Marianne. The business plan is prepared to obtain financing in the amount of $20,000 to purchase inventory, break even in the first year, make a profit in year 2. Working on the executive summary part of our business plan. What do you think? Yeah, see, this is why I can't feel too much anger towards Tessa for her having reported Marianne to child services. Like, for all the harm it did, she clearly was trying so hard to support her friend. She was trying to, like, create a business that Marianne could be involved in. She was trying to get her set up and have a stable life. She was trying. Yeah, I feel like we need to check all of these.
The crafty goblin's loot.
That's from The Princess and the Two Thieves. I drew the original.
And I distinctly remember drawing that cake, which is arguably the best part of that illustration.
All right, Picasso. And you probably remember what the goblins stole in that story, huh?
Goblins stealing food. Stealing food goblins. Where's that? There it is. Once upon a time, in an ancient and deep forest, there lived a wise princess in a big wooden house. The house was built from the strong wood of the forest and kept the princess warm and safe. The princess was not a native of the forest, but she never spoke about where she'd come from, for it made her cry. She did not have many friends, but that was how she liked it. The forest was big and deep, and many paths led to her house, but not many visitors passed by. The princess was happy to be left alone in the big house in the deep forest. She knew that the forest would provide for her, but that its generosity had to be respected. She only took what she needed, and for a long time, life was just fine for the princess in the big wooden house. One winter day, when snow blanketed the earth and ice bent the trees low, the wise princess realized the food was disappearing from her house. It wasn't much at first, only a few fruits and nuts and eggs vanishing during the night. Fruits and nuts and eggs. Fruits, I don't see any
Maybe they
nuts.
took some of the princess's fruit? I'm pretty sure they stole some eggs.
Maybe it's the birds, she said, or the mice. And for a time the princess was okay with losing some food. For the winter was long and little creatures needed to eat too. Then small items started to disappear as well. Spoons and plates and forks and knives and blankets. Okay, spoons.
What if they took some spoons?
Oh, we got it open.
I always wondered where that drawing went. She said it was her favorite, and then one day it just disappeared.
Aww. Oh, that's adorable.
Hey, now that we're done with the important stuff, maybe we can take a crack at these?
Allison, I'm taking a crack at these.
The Very Old Beaver's repair list.
That's the story where the princess's house gets damaged by a storm and the animals help her fix it.
Yeah. What did they do to fix it again?
I'm just gonna guess at this one that we probably fixed the roof.
She fixed the roof shingles.
The wall.
She fixed the planks that were blown off the walls. She slapped the post with it. All right.
Oh, I was just gonna keep fixing things. Well, that'll do it.
That must have been rough on Eddie.
Yeah, he doesn't really like to talk about her.
Right. Dear Marianne, you cover your ears every time I try to have this conversation with you, so I thought I'd have a better chance doing this in a letter. I know you don't like saying goodbye, so I'll keep my melancholic rambling short and sweet. I want to thank you with all my heart for taking care of me these past few months. I can't imagine how exhausting it must have been for you to look after a sick old lady while you also have 2 small children at home. I know you want to keep fighting this disease and hoping for recovery, but it's always been a great strength of mine to know when it's time to let go, and that time has come. I'd like to ask you for one last favour. Please take care of Eddie after I'm gone. My poor boy puts on a brave face, but ever since his father died, I know he's in pain. I would be so much more at peace knowing he still has family. Maybe he could teach the kids how to fish. He loves spending time with them. Thank you for the warmth and peace you've brought to my life. Give the kids a kiss for me, will you? That's Eddie's dad, Eddie's mum, presumably. And we got one left.
The old bear's gifts for the princess. I'm totally blanking on that story.
Old bear. Let's have a skim. Saw the princess. Had to help. Promise I won't eat you. She made her way down the thing. She would occasionally find gifts from the bear. A fresh caught salmon.
Give her again?
Why don't we open up...
A handful of ripe berries and a bluebell.
Fresh caught salmon? Some roses, maybe? Or not? A newly bloomed bluebell? A handful of ripe berries?
There we go.
Nice. Man,
what's the last
he
one?
had it bad. Just couldn't let go.
Oh, this is from Sam. Sorry for the note under the door like a prison inmate. You okay? I stopped by and rang a couple of times this week, but you didn't answer. I could see the light in the hayloft, so I figured you were in, but you didn't want to talk. I hope I didn't ruin everything. I know I probably came on kind of strong, but the thing is I don't know how to talk to a woman like you. You're strong and kind, and you know so much. It's hard for me to know how to keep up. I guess all that went to my head, but I want you to know I got the message, and I'm gonna get out of your hair now, and there doesn't need to be any bad feelings. We can still pass in the street and say hello, or not. It's okay. P.S. I noticed your car was leaking, so I put some sealant in there. You might need to take it to the shop, though. Let me know if you want me to come with you, because sometimes these guys try to rip you off. If not, no big deal. Sam? Yeah, he was real into her. Right, let's...
You really want to go?
I think we've seen
sure
everything.
We've seen everything?
Yeah, I think we've seen everything.
Either
Let's
way,
progress the
I'm ready
plot,
for this to be
because
over.
Me too.
I think we're getting there. I think we're getting toward the end now. Where are you going, Allison? Oh shit, are we going to that pier that you didn't want to go to last episode? Oh, there we go. To Jet Sexus, I don't know if it's the kid of...
What are we waiting for?
I don't know if it's the dad of the original kid is the Mad Hunter, or Tyler and Allison's dad. I'm assuming Tyler and Allison's dad?
I want to know who was here that night.
But could be either.
Let's try and remember who Marianne was arguing
We're not
with.
fucking digging up Leo. Oh shit, there's a prompt by the tree. We should probably go look at that. Yeah. That's a good point. There probably would be a prompt. Yep, there's a prompt by the tree. Oh, game stuttered a bit there. Yeah, just somewhere to kneel for a minute. Only Link says, imagine if Marianne hadn't pulled out the shotgun and they all survived the winter and they had a nice happy family and Tyler came out and she was accepting, she was preparing for him to come out. And, yeah. Yeah, let's do it. Let's go find out who dear old dad is. Yeah, you mentally prepared for it this time, Allison? Because you weren't ready last time. Okay, last chance to get your bets in, everyone. Who do you reckon dad is? I'm gonna give you like 30 seconds, and then we're gonna find out who dad is. Everyone is dad. Sure, everyone is dad. Alan Rickman is dad. We got some options. I'm still a fan of the raccoon who stole all the post. Raccoon is dad. Plot twist: they are their own dads. Chewbacca, as I understand it, the Mad Hunter's identity is always a constant. I don't believe it changes. Cool. Here we go. Pardon me. Yeah, it's probably not Sam, as you can imagine. Tyler is Tyler's dad. He's so manly he became his own dad. Oh, it's Tom. I'd recognize Tom, Mayor Tom's beard anywhere.
Tom? Tom Vecchi is our father?
Of course. It had to be him.
Tessa knew, didn't she?
Yeah, she must have. It's what she didn't want to tell us.
Yeah, so last episode, Tessa at the grave talked about, like, she mentioned Sam specifically, but she was like, hey, look, Marianne kept having relationships with married men. This was a pattern. It ruined her relationships, and then she shut herself up. She was like Sam or okay. So Tessa knew.
Marianne and Tom?
I know.
Tomothy.
What should we do now?
Yeah, Tom has quite the
Call him
beard.
out here and make him tell us what was going on.
And if he
Yeah,
won't?
you look at the
We know
water
his
and remember
secret.
who your dad is.
He will. Tom?
Because they
It's
got
Allison.
magic memory magic.
We need to talk.
Yeah,
We
she
know it was you.
she banged her friend's husband. You're right, choose to Adam. That is what occurred. I mean, apparently she had a habit of doing that, of just banging married men. That was apparently her whole deal. You're married, you must be a decent person. If someone was willing to marry you. Bang me. Yeah, this is confrontation time. Raketsu, thank you very much for the 100 bits, and tell me why ain't nothing but a heartbreak. There you go. You got your 100 bits got me to sing it.
Let me take the lead on this. I know him better.
Ain't nothing but
I thought I
a
did.
mistake.
Sure.
Tell me
Whatever.
why.
As long as we get answers.
I never wanna hear you say I want it that way. Wow, it's time. Big conclusion time, everyone. The song has not been banned from the stream. I've been resisting the urge to sing it, but if someone drops bits, sure, it's gotta happen.
Kids, listen.
You're our father.
Yeah, no mincing words. You were literally down the road and you never did anything. Is this part of why Tessa... Is this part of why Tessa felt such a responsibility to provide money and food and look after those kids? Because she knew her fucking husband wasn't looking after his kids? That definitely puts some context, huh? On Marianne, on Tessa, why she really wanted to make sure these kids were okay, huh?
You know how bad it got out here. How little we had. Why didn't you help Marianne?
You mean all the money she wanted? We didn't have anything to spare. Well, that winter was rough on everyone. And you would have starved out here if not for all the free food we gave you.
Don't act like you had anything to do with that. That was all Tessa.
That's a cruel presumption, young man. Maybe it was Tessa's idea initially, but I supported it.
I didn't tell Tessa to stop giving you children food, so therefore it's like I gave you food. Tessa did it, but I didn't stop her, so really, I supported you with food.
And your mother was happy to live off our handouts.
Yeah, he talks like a fucking politician, huh? Yeah, you tried to burn down the barn, fucker.
You tried to burn down our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked.
You don't panic and set a barn on
this
fire.
whole thing was going to blow up in my face. I had to do something.
What about a conversation, Tom?
Hey, you hearing me?
Yep, sorry. I'm trying really hard to keep myself from punching him in the face.
He's not even the least bit sorry for what he did.
Oh, Tyler.
He could have seriously hurt you.
Yeah, he's just a fucking coward.
I'm on your side, Tyler.
You
Tyler
tried
is
to
very
burn down
valid.
our barn and knocked Tyler unconscious.
I never meant to hurt anybody. You weren't supposed to be home.
Doesn't excuse the fact that you didn't even stop to help.
What do you want me to say? I panicked.
I
was terrified that this whole thing was going to blow
Ruby
up
says,
in my
I bet he
face.
didn't want it harming his
had to do
chances of being
something.
mayor, or whatever it is he's running for. Yeah, he's trying to keep his mayoral shit intact.
So what do we do now?
We tell him he's gonna fix the
Can't
mess
have
he
it
made. One way.
tarnishing your mayor record. You let Marianne drown. Because the Mad Hunter was there the night that Marianne died. And she died of drowning, not of the stab. You could have gone and saved her? You know.
You were here that night. You saw Marianne and Tyler. Why didn't you help?
I know it wasn't my best moment, but she threatened my life.
Yeah, and you came back. She threatened your life and you came back. You weren't supposed to come back after she said, get the fuck away from here or I'll kill you.
So you just decided to let her drown?
I didn't decide anything. Everything happened so fast, I panicked. And by the time I got to town, Brown was already on his way out. There was nothing else I could do.
Fuck this man.
Does he really expect us to believe there wasn't anything else he could have done that night?
I don't know, Ellie. I'd rather not think about it.
Yeah, you need to make this right.
You failed us, Tom. You need to make it right.
Yeah, hopefully they did record
I'll
this.
do whatever you want, as long as none of this gets out.
Excuse me?
You want me to pay for my mistakes? Fine. But please, Tessa can't know. This'd kill her.
Tessa already knows, Tom.
No. That's impossible.
It never occurred to you the reason Tessa cut Marianne off was you?
But she never said anything.
You should try talking to your wife. Maybe if you had, we wouldn't be in this situation. And maybe Marianne wouldn't be dead.
Oh, come on. You of all people should appreciate how troubled Marianne was. She was unhinged. Something like this would have happened sooner or later.
Fuck this man.
And you just couldn't risk being there when it happened. Even though it meant leaving her to raise kids out here all by herself. None of this would have happened if you'd manned the fuck up.
I didn't have a choice. I know it shouldn't have happened. But, well, your mother was a very pretty woman.
Don't go on
And
about
she'd
how
been
pretty
so
she
many
was.
places and done so many things. The way I always thought I would have. I got caught up. Love made me a fool. Look, I made mistakes. But this will not go any further than the three of us.
Why? We know. Tessa knows. Marianne's dead. There's no point in hiding it anymore.
He's afraid it'll tank his campaign.
Yep, there we go.
Am I wrong?
Jesus, Tom.
Don't ruin my chances of being a mayor.
I don't want to go spilling it. But I will if I have to.
What?
Yeah. Your little story about self-defense. I've never told anyone how Marianne really died.
Oh, is this about to get
That night
juicy?
I came out here because I was worried about your mother.
Let's get this shitbag's version of events. Apologies for the messages that are getting caught by auto mod. I cannot set those to approve without pausing the game, so my apologies.
Why did they show it? This is his fault. This is his fault.
Yeah, so we're gonna have some talking to do in a minute about what the fuck went on.
Hunter.
I'm not gonna hurt you. That is a very different thing to what the kids remember being said. Yeah, so this was a suspicion I had for a while. Episodes 1 and 2, particularly episode 2 of Tell Me Why, really hammer home this idea of memories being unreliable, and like we have that whole mechanical thing in episodes 1 and 2 where sometimes Tyler and Allison will remember things differently to each other, and you have to just pick a version of events and run with it because memory is fallible and it's perspective based. Last episode set something up that I thought was really interesting, which was the twins sometimes hearing intrusive thoughts or passing thoughts in each other's heads that are not consciously come up, but just something that you remember for a second and it sounds like a sentence in the other person's head. I think that might be relevant here, potentially. Yeah. Only Link points out, in episode 2 it's revealed that their shared voice can cause intrusive thoughts to be shared.
No way. You're a fucking liar.
Yeah, and as Oni points out, a few days ago they did hear, on that pier, Mum tell Tom she'd kill him.
I saw what I saw.
You're manipulating us just like you manipulated her.
Tyler!
You're not listening to this, are you?
Be smart about this, Allison. Are you sure you want this to get out? You've got way more here to lose than he does. His name will be all but cleared, but you'll be a killer. What will your uncle say?
Tom is despite what the truth actually is, Tom is a manipulative shitbag. Like, he is very clearly here like, oh, no, not me. Don't blame me for not saving her. You killed her, and if you try and dob me in, I'm just gonna claim that you murdered her for no reason. It's gonna fucking ruin your life. Tom's a shitbag.
Well, the whole town might turn on you.
Don't touch me.
Rock Cruise 6, thank you so much for the sub. I super appreciate it. As you say, that guy with the goatee is a real piece of work.
Get out of here, Tom. Tyler and I need to talk alone.
Yeah, as Adiafa says, I mean, we are assuming that Tom isn't lying. Tom could well be lying. Here's what I'm saying. Tom's version of events... The game has laid groundwork that could explain how Tom's version of events could be true. We'll say that. It'd be manslaughter, she panicked, tried to defend her brother from someone who's clearly waving a gun around.
Please. Think twice.
Yeah, good thing we already told.
Yeah,
we already told the uncle.
A whole lot of lives at stake here.
When you say a whole lot of lives, you mean
Leave
your
us the
life,
fuck
Tom.
alone. And never come back.
Yeah, I'll take the fucking... Here's the thing. If the option is there, Allison, fucking tell the world. Tank Tom's career. You know, Tyler did a decade in juvie for you. You can do some time for him if you have to. Take Tom down. Tom's a motherfucker who deserves to not have anything. Lidsell says, what did the twins remember the mother saying to Tyler on the pier? I'm gonna kill you, or I'll kill you, or something to that effect. I'm sure we'll get the exact wording reiterated to us in a minute. Yeah, it doesn't need to... As Pink World Punk points out, Tom's version of events doesn't need to be true because it's believable. Tom was, 30 feet away, and the others were kids. They said. Yeah, Tom saw what he saw, but what would you do if you saw someone with a gun pointed at your brother? I think both are very...
You okay?
There's a lot of very fair points. And
I can let that asshole get to you.
I can understand why both people could have the perspectives they do.
Did you?
What if he's right? I've been having all these nightmares about that night, and they were a lot like how Tom said. And now, when I try to remember, that's all I can see.
Yeah, memories like that. If someone retells you an event a different way, you'll think of it that way.
No, it's more than that. Ever since we started digging, I haven't been able to shake this feeling like something's off.
Something's off because he put this in your head. Don't let him get away with it.
He might not be lying. We keep getting things mixed up. We remember totally different versions of the past.
Yep.
Those are just details. This isn't that. She was going to kill me.
I'm not so sure anymore, Tyler.
That's a hell of a thing to mentally process. Oops. Maybe Mum didn't try and kill me. Yeah, as someone pointed out in past streams, by the third time you're remembering a memory, you're actually remembering your last recollection, not the memory itself. Okay, so this is going to be the big choice, isn't it? This is going to be, what version of events do you want to commit to? Do you believe what Tom told you, or do you remember what you remember? And you know what? I feel like we've got time to play out both versions of that. Like, as a pair of kids, I can understand seeing your mum follow you with a shotgun after you just cut your hair and putting together, oh my god, she's going to kill me. Let's say, even if the kids were wrong, I don't think they were in the wrong to make the connections they did. Like, Mum follows you down to the end of the pier, shotgun in hand. Because here's the thing, let's say that she wasn't here to kill Tyler. Why not put the shotgun down in the barn and then come follow Tyler? Why bring the loaded shotgun? Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, I have thoughts, and we'll talk it all through in a second. Because I think there's reasoning on both sides. Ocean Star says she saw Tom, she kept it because she expected him. I mean, it's left deliberately ambiguous whether she saw Tom or not. Yeah.
She had a gun pointed at me. She chased me. She said she was going to kill me.
She threatened Tom with those exact same words.
Yeah.
With the same gun, on the same pier. The thing you said to Eddie the other day got thrown back at me. Don't you think it's possible that happened here too?
I guess it's possible. Fuck.
Yeah.
I don't know. And we're never gonna know the truth, are we?
This is the nature
The
of
second
memory.
You walk away from something.
Yeah. As soon as something is a memory, if you don't have empirical evidence, you can never
I guess at
be
this
100% certain of how
we just
everything went. You only have your memories.
have to decide what you believe.
Yeah. Only Link says, I really love how this game handles memory and
You
how
need
it
to start
honestly
dealing, Allie.
acknowledges how vague
And
and
that means
unreliable
coming
it
to
is.
terms with
I mean,
whatever version
agreed.
of the past feels the most true to you. No more running. Whatever you choose, you gotta live with it, okay?
Juzu Adam says, I don't want this superpower, it sucks. I have the superpower of manifesting my unreliable memories.
I'm gonna hurt you.
I'm not gonna hurt you.
I'm going to kill you!
Okay, so let's pause and let's just like talk about this for a bit. So, either option, I can understandably justify why she had the gun in the first place. Let's say she wasn't planning to kill Tyler. She presumably had the gun because she was going to kill herself. I think that is where this was going. Was they're going to take my kids away. I can't bear to lose my kids again. I lost a kid once. I can't lose more kids. I'm going to shotgun to the back of the head. Oops, my kid came in. Fuck, this can't be the last memory he has. I need to chase him down and tell him that. Try and explain what's happening. And that's why she has the shotgun. Or they're going to take my kids. I guess the justification for why she would have killed Tyler would have been, they're going to take my kids away. I can't live through that. I lived through losing one child and it tore me apart. I'm not going to let them take my kids. I'm going to kill them and myself. That way we'll all be together. They can't take them away from me if we're all dead. Which, I mean, both are plausible. Honestly, I think Tom's is that she was going to take her own life, I think is, and not harm the kids, is more believable. I think that she doesn't seem like the kind of person who would ever harm her children for the sake of that. I don't think that's her. That being said, Tom is an absolute fucking shitbag, and I do not want to, let him waltz in and go, oh, actually, that's what happened. There's a bit of bias, there's a bit of me that's like, fuck that, go away, Tom. Don't want to fucking listen to you. I think episode 2 really well justified, I'm gonna kill you being... Here's the thing, that I'm gonna kill you does not sound like the I'm gonna kill you of a mum who is distraught about the fact she's about to kill her child to not, so they can all die together. That is angry. That is an angry I'm gonna kill you. It's the same one she used at Tom. I think that is probably correct. But, I also think that it's gonna real fuck up these, young adults to have to mentally process, hey, you know how we thought we killed Mum in self-defense? Turns out maybe we were just in a really shitty situation and had a magically induced intrusive thought that made the situation seem worse than it was, and Mum had a gun and was walking down the pier at you, and I panicked and I stabbed her because I thought she was going to kill my brother. Like, I get it. And that's not a thing that's insurmountable to get over if you're, you know, you're going to have to process potentially, hey, I killed Mum because she had a gun and she was walking towards you and I believed she was going to kill you. And I think that is, it's going to be fucked up to work through. You know, yeah, are we assuming Tom hearing Marianne is just video game logic? I assume so. Yeah, I think that the Tom story has to be, like, of the two, I think that's what it is, but you know what I'm going to do? I'm going to go with the Tom version of events first, and then we'll rewind and we'll watch how differently, if at all, it plays out if we side with Mum was gonna kill us, was gonna kill Tyler, and Tom's a lying shitbag. Yeah, probably panicked and forgot to drop the gun. Tom's version is less terrifying. Marianne does not seem like a loving mother. I don't think she'd threaten them. Even if she was going to the dark ass murder suicide, I don't think she'd shout, I'll kill you. Yeah. She could have had the gun for self-defense. Mom had a gun and was following terrified brother who was screaming for help. What else was I going to do? Only Link, you've nailed it there. That's the thing. Even if Tom's version of events is true, Mom had a gun and was following my terrified brother who was screaming for help. Yeah, here's the thing. Even if Tom's version of events is true, I think Allison was 100% justified in stabbing Mum in the back. Yeah, Jet Sex has said maybe when she fell into the lake, she kind of just gave up. She could have decided that because she was going to kill herself anyway, she was just going to slip into the lake and let it all end. I mean, that would explain the whole Allison stabbed me, but the stab wound wasn't what killed me. She probably could have got up, but was like, fuck it, I was going to die anyway. Might as well leave murder on my kid's conscience. Yeah. I feel like it's going to be a bunch for them to work through. Allison would have to live with killing her mom, who wasn't attacking her brother, and Tyler would have to live with his mom being acceptive of him and being angry at her for so long. Yeah, you know what? I'm going to go with the... As much as I hate to side with Tom, because Tom is a fucking shitbag, and he's clearly trying to... Clearly the only reason he brought this up was to try and get out of getting, you know, dobbed in. I think Tom's version of events makes more sense for the character as we understand her, even if it's... Can I just say, I really love this as a final choice because there are so many good points on both sides of it. Like, I love that the final choice is just, look, you've got a really complicated situation of unreliable memory. You just gotta commit to one of them. I agree with you, Alola. Tom just doesn't deserve to be believed, but we'll go back. We'll go back. Oh yeah, maybe the shock of the cold water killed her. Yeah, that's fair. She couldn't resurface because cold water shock.
She was going to kill herself. Just herself.
Yeah, there we go. That's what I was saying.
You interrupted her and...
Yeah.
He got confused.
As Jet Sexus points out,
yes.
You either have to accept you killed your mum needlessly or that your mum was going to kill your brother. Not an easy choice either way.
Tyler, that was meant for us. It was her way of explaining what she was going through. I made a horrible mistake.
Hey, it's okay. I'm here.
Yeah. As Only Link points out, Tom is particularly evil because if he's telling the truth, he's twisting the truth to make Allison sound awful when she was genuinely acting in defense of her brother. As Kantra points out, that's why the mum threw the party with all the gallons of ice cream. She wanted to have her one last night with her kids to be happy before she ended it. Yeah, God. The ending's real interesting. There's a lot to unpack here. Wednesday next week I'll be recording a spoiler cast. I'm excited to dig into this in some depth.
Will it have aged well, or just gone bad?
Also, I want a goblin mug. That goblin mug looks great. Oh.
Where are you at right now?
I just keep hearing her say she wasn't going to hurt you. Over and over.
We were kids. We freaked out. You weren't equipped to deal with that shit.
She was just talking to you.
Yeah.
And
I'm also a big fan of two-handle mugs.
Stop.
I don't want to use our voice again. Ever.
What? Seriously?
I don't know. But I want to stop feeling like this. And I think we'll be better off without it.
Yeah, they both need a big hug, right? Just talking through this.
I kept getting these horrible visions. Of you and Marianne and Eddie.
Visions? Like our memories?
Yeah, but different. It was all my worst thoughts brought to life. You were in my bedroom saying I abandoned you. Eddie called me a snake.
I'm sorry. I should have been there for you.
It's okay. I was the one who walked out. I can't let that happen.
Jet sexist, yes, we do need Michael to come in here for a big hug.
I don't think it will. Something's been pushing us to find answers. And now we have them. Maybe I'm wrong. And if it stays bad, we can stop.
Allison never went to therapy. She couldn't afford to do so.
I want to keep what makes us... us.
Tyler went to therapy because that was part of being in the juvie system. Hey, you were involved in a pretty violent incident as a kid. We're gonna put you through some therapy.
Forced to remain below the lake with the moon hag, but she did not kill him, because even reduced to just one hand, he was too useful a servant. Lo, he plotted the day he would emerge.
Brothers and sisters?
To once again hunt the wise princess and earn back his left hand.
Always.
Oh, they're not giving up their
That is the
powers.
story of how the crafty goblins rescued the wise princess from the Mad Hunter.
To NG Skoga, I love this magical juvie system that was helpful to a traumatized trans kid. So he wasn't in the main system. Eddie pulled some strings to get him sent to a place called Fireweed, which Eddie was footing the bill for. And it seems like it did him a world of good that he was in a... As opposed to being in juvie proper, he was in some sort of residential facility for troubled youth. Yeah, you're right, Baluli. It is irresponsible that Allison did not have access to therapy, but that is... Yeah. I don't know who the Moon Hag is. I would love to hear some theories about it. There's a lot in... At some point, I want to go through and just read that whole book start to finish, the whole storybook, and try and get a sense of some of those characters that I haven't put names to. I'm sure there's probably... I think the Ice King is just that really big storm that came that fucked up the country. Yeah, my guess is the Ice King is just that big storm that caused everyone to not have enough money. Pink White Punk says Trash Panda is the Moon Hag. Yeah, there's a lot of room in this for theory crafting. That whole storybook is perfect grounds for, like, it's a game theory. Oh, 6 months later. Okay, epilogue. My understanding is the Mad Hunter was Tom. That final cutscene very much seemed to confirm Tom is the Mad Hunter. Yeah, I have no idea who the Frog is. I'm sure there are theories. Yeah, the house looks great without snow, right? Also, the fuck have you done to your hair, Tyler? You had a great haircut. How dare you?
Good to go.
How dare you do this? How dare you do this to me, Tyler? Yeah, quarantine haircut. He buzzed himself. How will Michael respond to this? Will Michael still like you without your swoopy hair? There's some people in the chat who love his hair now. It's not for me.
House is empty. I'm getting ready to head out. So, last chance. Is there anything you want me to do while I'm in town?
Listen, Ty, you're dropping off the keys with Tina, right?
Yep. Gonna leave them at her office on my way to the ferry.
Well, that's it then.
How's Juno doing?
How's Juno?
Big and full of people, even without tourists. Michael's been writing up rules for the apartment. I need your support against his whole food policy.
Just refuse to sign anything until
See, maybe it's not so bad. Okay. I'm just having shock of like, no, give him back the hair I liked him having.
What? Heresy. I'm gonna need like twice that just for snack cakes after my surgery next month.
I know, right? This cannot stand.
Yeah, how are you doing?
How are you?
Good, actually. Really good. You?
Same. You know, emptying the house really cleared my head out.
Thanks for doing that. The observatory really needed me this week. And after everything that happened, I just felt like I needed to keep some miles between me and Delos Crossing.
No worries. You still loving your therapist?
Gail, yes. I was actually just doing some letter writing she assigned me as homework. It really helped me get some perspective.
That sounds awesome.
Oh, what happened to Tom?
Did you see the article I sent you about Tom losing the election?
Ah, yes. I saw your message right before derby practice, so I
Allison does roller derby! But I did Allison confirmed best character ever in a video game.
Did you picture Tom's face whenever you went in for a block?
No, but that is a great idea.
Anyways, I'm glad Tessa finally left his ass. Karma is a bitch. Okay, I'm gonna hang up now.
See you tonight.
Okay.
Tyler's great, but does Tyler do roller derby? No.
Drive safe.
Pretty sure that's the only way possible in the old Allison mobile.
Love you, Tyler.
Love you.
What happened to Tom? He lost the election. I think there are some newspapers around.
Sucks to suck. Thomas Anthony.
Veni Vedi Losti. Loses mayoral election. Declared victory, blah blah blah. With almost 68% of the vote, his opponent was the widest margin of victory ever in Delos Crossing. Her rival, local business owner Vaki, sparked much debate in the community over his gun control practices, but Scal's success has been mainly attributed to her willingness to reach across party lines. Blah blah blah. Vaki could have joined the cabinet, but refused. Well, she closed the shop and... So, we didn't dob in Tom, but, like, Tom's still fucking gone. Let's take some nice photos with us. Yeah, I get the impression that they didn't expose him, but he failed anyway, and they're happy with that.
Weird, but at least it's the last time we'll ever have to.
Sleeping on the couch. Must be a relief to finally be done with that place. Oh, Michael's making that biscuit thing that Tyler likes. Oh, look! Oh, these two. I'm glad they're still a thing. They're still good and gay. I'm very happy. You know what? We're just gonna get the hell out. Off we go. A beautiful, beautiful... Oh, and Tyler, you're gonna go live in Juneau with Michael, and it's gonna be lovely. You're gonna live with your boyfriend. I mean, he can pull the look
This
off,
is goodbye
actually.
for real.
I'm a sucker for swoopy over but side shave, but you know what? It still worked, Tyler. Yeah, it's a hell of a somber way to fucking end her, just...
Hey, Aaron. It's Tyler Ronan. I thought I'd catch you on your break between sessions, but I guess you're going long with another rebel with too many causes. I know I haven't reached out since I left Fireweed, but I just wanted to say, well, you were right about grief. About it going in circles.
Oh, I need to cut my hair. I've got too much
This
length.
morning,
I want my hair to be like that. Oh.
I was out on the porch,
Quarantine
staring at
down
the
here.
fog, and my
He
mother.
has the moose.
She just tumbled right out of me. But it was okay. It actually felt good to remember.
Aw, Tyler, you're doing healthier.
Anyway, give me a call back if you get a chance. I'll see you around. And thank you.
Ah. Well, I thought that was really good. I'm a big fan of Tell Me Why. I feel like that 3-episode length was perfect for what it was trying to be. I thought that its final choice centering on... I think it did a good job of building up to the idea of, look, memory is fallible, particularly when you can hear every thought another person has, and that includes the intrusive ones, and setting those both up as a way to go like, look, you don't know for sure what fucking happened. You can think about what makes most sense, or you can stick with, this is how I remember it and I'm not budging, and you just have to remember it how you can and commit to that. And yeah, this is from The Life of Strange People. Yeah, I think this might be my favourite thing they've done. I need to sit on it and see if I still feel that way a little. Yeah, no gays were buried in the making of this game, which is good. Tyler and Allison. Allison was grateful that they completed Marianne's puzzle. Most people did that. Allison was influenced by Tom's testimony. Okay, that's interesting. So about 2/3 of people made the ending decision that we did of like, hey, look, Mum was probably just trying to kill herself and wasn't coming for Tyler. The twins trusted their bond and kept their voice. Oh, 2% of people let go of their voice. So presumably this is... If the two of you weren't on good terms at the end, they just stop using the psychic powers? Yeah, Oh, I'm not ever going to go get the... Jet Sexus, I'm never going to go get the ending where you have to not kiss Michael. Fuck that. Don't want that ending. Eddie was relieved that Allison accepted responsibility for the murder. Oh, most people confessed the truth to Eddie, huh? Sam felt understood by Allison. 72% of people listened to Sam's story. 28% confronted Sam with his addiction, huh? Okay, so I'm guessing this is instead of sitting and looking at old photos and having a nice time with Sam, you can just go, hey, you're a fucking addict and you need to step the fuck up and deal with that. I don't know how many endings there are. Michael felt closer to Tyler. 69% kissed Michael. Nice. Nice. Yeah. There we go. Huh. And you know what? I was thinking about playing the other ending out on stream, the other choice. But you know what? I kind of like us just having that one and leaving it. And if you want to know what happens in the other one, play it yourself maybe, or whatnot. I think we're gonna wrap it up here because it's about 1 AM and I'm pretty happy with where we're leaving this. I think I'm happy with that playthrough. We made some mistakes, we had some errors. Oh heck, thank you very much, Awesome Possum Blossom, for the 500 bits. And I hope you enjoy Accessibility. Yeah, give me 1 second to grab that link. If you've enjoyed my playthrough of Tell Me Why and would like to watch like a real lengthy, in-depth, like, here's a bunch of my thoughts, and also Jesse Nowak, lovely trans man, also giving thoughts on Tell Me Why and Tyler's representation. Goodness, why is game not close? Close game. So I can get link. Yeah, let's just hit close on that. I did a 35-minute video with a guest host all about Tell Me Why, and I would love if people watched it, because it was an expensive episode to make in terms of editing costs and paying guest hosts and the various things involved in putting it together. There we go, let me... Oh heck, thank you, Rucky-san, as well for the bits. Hey! There we go. Let me get the link to... Oh, Becky got it as well. Thank you very much. Yeah, there we go. I think we're about ready to bed. Yeah, I hope people go and check out Accessibility. I'm real proud of how that episode turned out. I'm gonna go to bed. Let's get some sleepy Laura emotes in the chat, and good night. I don't know what we'll stream next week, but I'll work it out. Bye.